It's warming up. We are live. We are live. I'm hoping we're live. Let's see. Let's get the jazz hands going there from Walter, from Babyface. Let me make sure that we're actually live here because I don't see. Yeah, okay, we should be live. Should be live. I don't see anyone coming on yet. We should get some viewers floating up here in a few seconds. If you're joining us now, we're back from vacation. I hope you got your big girl. You know what can I say to relate to the big girl? I hope you got your Grand Canyon panties on.
Grand Canyon panties.
That's the queen of the big girl panties. The Grand Canyon kind. Lola and I and the boys were back from vacation. We were off in Arizona.
Did you see the canyon?
We did go to the canyon. We, for some crazy ass reason, note to self, do not go to Arizona in the summertime in the future.
Hot as a moon.
Yeah, it was 110 degrees there.
Yeah, but it's dry. It's dry heat.
Okay. Only when you're up in the mountains. So when we went to the Grand Canyon, it was actually really nice up there, like wet, like humidity and all that kind of stuff. But down in the valley, I guess, or wherever the hell we were staying, just out. We were in Peoria. In Peoria, I think it was worse than it is here in Florida. I was missing Florida. That's how bad it was. So that should tell you something there. I'm going to talk about our the trials and trepidations we went through going on the family vacation. We'll talk about that. But the big thing that I wanted to talk about tonight was Colion Noir was actually on Bill Maher. He was on Real Time with Bill Maher. So we're going to have some discussions about that. I don't know if anyone caught the show. If you didn't catch it, Colion has on his YouTube channel I think it's about 11, 12-minute clip. Babyface P is watching that right now, right, Babyface?
Mm-hmm.
Making some notes so we can talk about that. I watched it. And I thought Colion Noir overall did well, but it's kind of like, you know, you're going into the den of the, what is it? The den of the enemy to try to bring sense to them. That's never going to work.
That's called the nut house.
Yeah, exactly. Nut house. So there you go. So we're going to talk about that. Other news that we missed out on while we were gone here. A bunch of stuff going on. I guess there was like some crying babies who came across the border.
Last week was a political shit show.
Yeah, a lot of craziness. Yeah, a lot of craziness went down. We do have Babyface P that you heard right there joining us. There you go.
Yep, I'm back.
Officially representing for Glock today.
Oh yeah, does it say what I am? I'm a stocking dealer. You know,
yeah,
I stock them.
So you sell Glock stockings?
Yep, I sell the stockings for Glocks.
What do those fit big girls? Those stockings?
You can
yeah, okay.
Stockings.
All right.
This was a gift from one of the guys at the gun shop. So.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. And we have Walter Keller and of course Spencer Keller. Spencer Keller for hire. There you go. He doesn't
check out the hat, man. Check out his hat. America. He's got America hat.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh my God, Screaming Eagle.
We went to Walmart and you can get America stuff at Walmart.
I also got this t-shirt.
Genuine made in China American stuff.
Yeah, but the t-shirt, so this is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there you go. I don't recognize any of the people except the dude in Dragon Ball Z with the orange jacket.
This is Goku. That's Vegeta. That's Goku's son. That's Krillin, and that's the Ginyu Force.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Representing full effect. Do you know what that Japanese writing says there, Spencer?
No clue.
Is that what it says?
I have no clue what it says.
I can tell you what it says right now. Americans, we will kill you with our drone armies.
I got your drone army right here.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like while we were on vacation, my boys, one of them or both of them bought some shirts with Japanese writing on it. I was like, do you know what that means?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's actually, Spencer, there's an app that you could get and you could take a picture of your shirt and it'll tell you what that says.
Oh, yeah, it's called Google Translate.
There you go. Oh my gosh, the kids nowadays, you kids are up on it. So we're going to talk about that, whatever else the folks want to talk about. Everyone that's watching us right now, please thumbs up this, share it, all that kind of stuff. Help us build up our audience here. I am going to go through and shout out everyone that's in the chat real quick. Richard Hughes seems to be number one. today in the chat, Walter. There you go, Walter. What is that stock you keep throwing up?
Okay,
Walter?
this is okay. This is an SB tactical brace, like a car style, you know, adjustable. We got these by accident. We ordered some. We were trying to get some tail hooks, and there was a miscommunication someplace. So I have 7 of these that are available at a much reduced price. I think these go almost for like 150 out on the open market.
Yeah. Something like that.
So wait, are these the new ones that just came out that no one can get?
Those are the SBA 3s. Yes, they are very coveted.
Ooh,
Oh, really? Well, guess
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
I have 7 of them, OEM ones. They're just like this. There's no package, no instructions. If you're an instruction guy, too bad, you don't need it. But if you're a guy that can put it on by itself without any instructions, I have 7 of these available that I would be more than happy to pass along to somebody for $110 each.
All right,
Each.
there you go. Okay.
And I think the cheapest I've seen is like $129 or something like that. So
We may have gotten some at Big Daddy Unlimited for like 97, but
really,
but we had 7 of them. We sold all 7 of them within 5 minutes.
okay. Well, I have 7, and if somebody wants one, that's the deal. So
We put out an email, and literally, we actually had 4 of them, and 3 were supposed to go to the shop. And there was an error in the sales, and we oversold by 3, so we just took those and sold them.
all right. Well, if I see people are saying sold, and I did
Yeah.
dibs and all that stuff.
No,
if you want one of these things, you need to email me at sales@safetyharborfirearms.com and give me your contact info, and we'll call you or something like that, and we'll make the deal. So
There you go. First come, first serve, right?
right.
I actually shot one of those this weekend on a 11.5-inch AR pistol. There's no reason to SBR any longer. And this is coming from a guy who likes NFA items.
Well,
there's no reason to SBR when you can have something like that. It's crazy.
I mean, this is not I'm not an SB tactical guy, but of course, because I make stocks. But it's all kind of, the whole SBR thing is kind of silly at this point.
Yeah, when you can either have that or the tail hook, it's ridiculous.
Right. But I really do like. So okay, it's ridiculous. Let's make these go away, so we don't have to have these rubber felt line Velcro thingies as an excuse for a real stock. So
yeah. So all right. So anyone who's interested in those, get in touch with sales at
safetyharborfirearms.com.
There you go. And it's Walter says he has 7 of them. So first come, first serve. And you're selling them for what, Walter?
110.
110. So there you go. That's from Walter. Let's quickly go down here and shout out the folks. Richard Hughes was #1. He's first in the chat. Shout out to him. Archangel is #2. Shout out to those guys. E-Rock is here, as well as Chris Bullis. Let's see who else we got in. Gorillas and Guns. Shout out to Gorillas and Guns. Caviar Hound. Caviar Hound says, I would never know what happens on real time without something like this, because most of us do not watch. Yeah, I don't watch that crap. But
Maher?
you know, I mean, I've actually met Bill Maher. I don't know if I ever told you guys that.
I think you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I met Bill Maher years ago in Vegas. I was with Lola, and you know, Bill Maher, a lot like some people that you know, Walter. He likes the black ladies.
Does he really?
Yeah. He's into the chocolate.
I had no idea.
He's a chocolate connoisseur, so he really I have photos somewhere I have to dig up.
He really went right for your better half. Right?
Yes, he was enamored with Lola, so he actually invited us to like hang out with him because he was so crazy about Lola, and he had some, you know, he had a young lady on his arms, but he you know, also of the chocolate persuasion. So he invited us to hang out. He got us into this club and all this kind of stuff, and we were hanging out with him and talking and all that. It was years and years, probably like 20 years ago or something like that. Huh. And we were hanging out with him. So, you know, he was all right. I didn't know. I wasn't at that stage. I wasn't all the way that I am now in terms of politics and all that and everything that's going on there.
Yeah, but he wasn't either, my friend.
Yes, exactly. He
wasn't rabid then. They've all went rabid now, where they just lost their freaking mind. So,
well, this is also his industry. I mean, he makes money from having his side.
Yep.
One thing that this last 8 years with Obama, all the libtards felt free to express themselves in their very vocal and crazy ways. So now they don't have any fear.
Right.
If forward back in the old days, they'd shit, I don't say that, man. Now they're like, I'm badass. You know, they're all good up, jump up and down and scream and holler and show how crazy they are. So make note of this, fellas. Everybody, you see these libtards, and make a note of all this stuff, and don't go back and watch Bill Maher.
I'm interrupting a little bit. There's I did a post to see. I think I just typed in Bill Maher, black lady or something, black wife. That was like the first thing that came up. Yeah. There's a post, a history of the people that Bill Maher has dated. There's some hotties on this list. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Like models and talk show personalities, like all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I bet you, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Superhead, but you probably never did.
Superhead, don't know that one.
I'm pretty sure she had something to do with Bill Maher at some point. That's like she's famous in the hip hop community. You'll have to look that up. I don't know. Is Marley around?
No.
Yeah, don't get in trouble because it literally is what
it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she's in another community too. Then obviously, right?
yeah.
Kind of like Stormy Daniels' community.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
So anyway, I'm not even sure if I'm super correct on that. Someone will have to let me know. But yeah, so you know what? Since Bill Maher got into this whole thing, I have not been able to stand looking at him. I would not look at it except yesterday. We got back yesterday, and at some point I saw that Colion Noir was on there. So I was like, hey, should check that out, see how he did. Obviously, one, it's a big thing for him. I mean, Colion's he's blown up. Yeah, man. he's repping right now. So it's a big thing for him. But then also, I think it's pretty brave of him to go into that situation. If you look at the video, you'll see that the odds are pretty much stacked up against him. Bill Maher tries to play that, I got black friends. I'm cool. I'm cool with the black people.
And none of my black friends want to go back. They all want to go back to the
plantation.
Plantation, yes, sir. No. They don't want to be independent or nothing like that. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, so that's all that. Yes, and that whole thing, so obviously this is a matter of opinion, right? Because I think that guns, the Second Amendment, has a lot to do with freedom. And if you want to be free, if you want to be independent, if you don't want the government all up in your business or other people all up in your business, then you have to be able to defend that. So that's where we come down on the Second Amendment. I'm going to try to scroll through this really quick and shout out everyone. Let's see who we've got in here. I think I said Gorillas and Guns. STL Stormtrooper Special K says evening Strangerholics. Robert McRae says Hank, happy to see you're back. Thank you. Same here. Razor JB says, hoping the needed vacation refreshed you. I need a vacation from my vacation.
I like that vacation, to be quite honest with you. So
you liked what what?
Yeah. I like my freedom. I got like from the plantation. I got away from it.
Yeah. We're pulling the chains on you right now, Walter. Like those chains don't come off. They just lengthen for a little.
That's right, for a little bit.
my leash got long. That's what
yeah. Oh man. Boss Hog also. I don't know if I can't remember right now. Strange Media moderator Gerald Loafers says, did I slip and fall into an old episode? I see Hank is back, so there you go. Let's see. Mutiny for the Cat says, first one back in a minute. What's up, all? So SoCal Gunner is also here. Says it's on like Donkey Kong. What's up, my strange family? Long time no see. Hamburger Helper says hi. Joe Carpenter is here. And let's see who else we got. Ghetto Hood Gamer, DCG 44s, Imposter, Louis Valdez, shout out to him. EJ Bognier as well. Vanessa Kitty in here. Let's see. I'm trying to go through this. Midnight Range. Who do you guys see? So let me see.
I'm just saying it's Big Dick Willie out there. Come on.
It's Big Dick Willie back. I don't know. I see the Tyven show. The Tyven show's in.
Yeah.
Time and show. You know, I understand you liking big dicks.
It just cracks me up every time.
Michael.
I guess that guy.
Spencer doesn't want to hear that. He's like
your reaction of that's just his name. It's just his name.
Spencer's like, wait, Dad, is that something you want to tell me?
It's just fun.
Do we need to have a conversation about this? Okay, we should have equal time. We should. So, what would be the female version of Big Dick Willie? Someone think about that and let me know. Let me know. What we?
I got one already.
Oh, wait. Do you want to say it or no? Okay, I guess you don't want to say it.
I'll text you. See if it.
Oh, okay. Midnight Rain says buzzy, blah, 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 jazzy panties. Shout out to him. That's an oldie but a goodie. Let's see who else we got. Ghetto Hood Gamer says, hi, miss you. Can I be a moderator? Okay, we have to fix. Right now, we got a bunch of moderators.
Names coming in are great.
Yeah.
You see some of these? Big
No,
Clam Sarah. Big Nipple Bertha.
Oh, boy. No. Okay, Walter, I guess you might as well let us know what yours is.
Oh god, these are great.
Yeah, with go ahead.
I just texted to you. That's all.
Oh, okay, you texted it to me. Okay, I'll check on that here in a second.
Okay.
So with the whole moderator situation, we've got a bunch of moderators right now. I don't know how we're adding new moderators or whatever. We should have like a survival island kind of thing. What do you think? You know?
We vote them off little by little.
For the to bring on moderators,
okay,
yeah. Ridge Runner is here as well. Christopher Williams. Let's see who else we got in here. So let's see. Josh V is here as well. Steve Lemo, PCB. My CB is here. Is my screen going out? My screen is blanket. Wait, I still haven't seen Walter's.
And he's coming in camel toe Tiffany. Sloppy slot Sally.
Yeah. Babyface
slot Sally.
Yeah, Babyface, just give us all of them. Give us all of them right now.
They're just slowly coming in. Hold on. Big boob body.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, big breast Bessie.
Yeah.
We're being silly.
If someone this one, I don't know. This was Joe Carpenter has Dolores.
He's treading the line right there.
Dolores
That's a great one, and I don't think he understands how great that is.
Yeah. Somebody I know might not like that one, but it is a good one.
That's a great one.
I'm going to be using that one later, and I will get in so much trouble. I could probably get divorced.
If anybody out there didn't know, Hank and Lola may not be their original names.
Yeah. Well, Lola is the nickname for someone named Dolores.
Dolores.
So there you go. That's the nickname for someone named Dolores.
Oh yeah.
And Hank, of course, is the
you put two
nickname
and two together.
Yeah. So Hank, of course, is the nickname for anyone named Henry. So there you go. That is my real name for anyone who wants to know. Henry is the name.
That's
Henry.
Raiders of Lost. Henry?
Huh?
Was it Henry Jones, wasn't it? Henry
Yeah, it was
Jones?
Henry Jones. Yeah.
Yes. That was the father. That was Sean Connery. Yes.
Yeah.
No, don't back. Joe Carpenter, don't backpedal. It was perfect. It was so good that you can't backpedal on that.
So what was that? What was that line? What was that line? He says, no, he says,
Moose Knuckle Mary.
No, the guys, no. And when
Raiders?
Yeah, in Raiders, I think Sean Connery said, we named a dog Indiana.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember that line in my head. There are some funny ones in here. Loose, Poose, Betty.
Moose Knuckle Mary.
Yeah. Tammy Taco. Cocksocket. Courtney. Oh, my God. Daddy Snitch.
Filter.
Goody Judy. Big Booty. Moose. Oh my God. Okay. So if anyone is joining us right now, wondering why we're saying this, because
of Big Dick Willie.
Yeah. One of our big supporters, and we meet huge. He's huge. Is Big Dick Willie. Big Dick Willie, and we think there should be like equal time. You know, we're not really very sensitive men. We're not beta males here. There's no beta males, but we would like to see, you know, someone out there represent for the ladies. So we're trying to think of what would be a good name.
Wide open Oprah.
Yeah. Oh boy, wide open Oprah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's called Grand Canyon Oprah.
Yeah. So Richard Hughes says, "How soon until they're kicked off of YouTube?"
I know. Halfway through the show tonight. Click.
Yeah. We are back. We are back with a bang. Back with a bang. So okay. So we're gonna talk about Colion Noir on Bill Maher. We're gonna talk about that for a second. Lola and I and the boys, we were on vacation. Did anyone else take vacation? Anyone else go off yet?
Close.
No. Do you go on vacation, Babyface?
I'm taking Wednesday off this week, but I don't know if you call that vacation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Marley and Mom got for Christmas got a gift certificate to Spa Day actually down in Safety Harbor.
Safety Harbor Spa. Yeah.
So they're going to be going there.
Nice.
And cool. I'm going to be spending my day at Dad's shop cerakoting some guns. So.
Cool.
So I figured I'd take the day off. Why not?
Right. Okay, cool. But do you in general take like a week and go somewhere? Or
yeah, we do every now and then. A lot of times we'll go to North Carolina because my grandparents have a cabin up there, so we'll go up there. Besides that, I don't know. Marlon and I've been talking about once it starts cooling down, going on a nice camping trip.
Okay. All right. Very nice. What about you, Walter? I know you guys sometimes take time off, but
this year we don't have any big vacation planned. Our next big one will be next summer to England or to France for the Normandy thing again.
That'll be awesome.
It'll be fun because we're going to be doing the same kind of thing like with the camp and trucks and all that stuff, and there's going to be lots of people, and it'll be a good time.
Are you taking your adopted son Hank Strange with you? Silence.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Tyvin's let me know that ATF's going to have a the 27th on the bump stocks.
Yeah, look. I'm trying to find something about it, but they're going to be putting in another public statement thing where you have like so many days for the public to go in and comment.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it though. I haven't seen it yet.
So yeah, nothing big is planned. We might go to New Orleans at some point over the summer here to visit. Since we usually do that around the holidays. We used to go twice a year, like holidays and summer. And then we started taking real vacations. Okay. And, when you go to see family and that's all you do all the time, it's like, okay, here we are again.
Right.
Nothing against the family, but I need to go see something else. So we started taking real vacations and it's like, it's nice. So, but yeah,
and that's because you guys have like, is it both of you that have family in Louisiana or just one of you?
It's Peggy's family.
Okay.
It's my family now for 20-something years.
In-laws.
Yeah. Well, everybody's cool. So, but no, it's not that. There's plenty of interesting things to do in New Orleans, but there's a whole world to see. So
my sister lives in New Orleans.
Let's go see the world a little bit. So
yes.
We did the couple of years back there. We did the out west thing to the Grand Canyon, and the whole trip we saw the North Rim and the South Rim of both of them, and it's two completely different. The South Rim is all desert and dry, and the North Rim is all like alpine.
Yeah, so we were in the South. We went to the South one.
Yeah, if you go to the North, it's all wet and foggy and all this stuff, and it's like completely different than the South. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Okay, very cool, very cool. You know what was the craziest thing for us? Getting out of the airport here, because last week there was something going on in Charlotte with American Airlines, and it was going on for about a week. So they were letting people come to airports, but anyone that had to switch planes in Charlotte was getting screwed. So we basically came to the airport. We were there 4:30 in the morning, and they waited until about 6 o'clock in the morning. And we were supposed to fly out, I think at 5:30, and then at 6, they're like, there's no planes leaving. You have to take a cab and go to Orlando or Jacksonville in order to leave. So then we came out of the airport and we were outside waiting for the cab, and they let the plane we were supposed to get on take off. So then we had to wait, fight it out over cabs, and we got a cab eventually after about an hour or something, and then we had to take a cab ride to Orlando to get on the plane. and then go back through security all over again, obviously.
A cab ride from Gainesville
to Orlando.
How much did that cost?
Well, American Airlines paid for it.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. So
should have gotten like an Uber Black or something.
Yeah, they would not pay for that. So, and then just imagine on a Sunday.
So you missed all your connections then, right?
Yeah. So once we got to Orlando, we flew straight in, but we did wind up getting there late and all that kind of stuff. But overall, and then coming back was a little bit of a problem, but not really as bad. So, overall though, it was a good vacation. It was nice going out to the Grand Canyon. I've only flown over it, never seen it. It was awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if has everyone here seen the Grand Canyon?
Never have. I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really, really big.
It's just you can't understand it until you see it, and it's just awe-inspiring. That's what I've always been told.
Yeah, it just kind of aside from going and standing on the edge and looking in, me and Peggy one year at the SHOT Show took the helicopter from Vegas to the Grand Canyon.
That's
okay. That's cool. Yeah,
that's pretty freaking cool too, because you land right down on the side of the. Pretty cool. Yeah,
we should have probably. It would have been nice maybe to do something like that. We should have probably done that. Or maybe we will at some point in the future. There are a lot of people coming out from Vegas.
I'd like to go down and either raft through it or like trek through it or whatever. Do the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But that's quite a trip. It's not for the out of shape, I've heard. So
no, and I think you can take donkeys and go through there too, because we saw the donkeys.
You can't weigh over. You can't weigh over a certain amount.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because you don't want those poor donkeys to drop over the side.
Yeah. So we don't want to do any damage to the donkeys. Forget about the people. Yeah. So that was pretty much our vacation. If you guys out there, if you guys are about to go on vacation or something like that, let us know where you're going, what you guys are getting up to on your vacation, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so Babyface, did you get a chance to look at the Colion Noir thing?
I watched a little bit of it while we were talking. The one thing I can say is he came in, from what it seems like to me, he came into a hostile environment.
Mm-hmm.
Maher was the only one there that was willing, from the feel I got from just listening, Maher was the only one they were willing to listen to him. The audience seemed like they were ready to applaud anything and everything Maher said.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Also, there was a woman there in red. I'm not sure who the hell she was. I don't even care. But she was like the attack dog.
Well, did they make a point of saying something about her or something?
No, I mean everything that. So, for example, one of the things that sticks out in my mind is that they showed a picture of someone who had like a 500+ gun collection.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, she's like, I'm scared of anyone who has 5. Why?
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I had that.
You can't carry 500 guns at one time. Sloppy slot Sally, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what Colion was trying to say to her. Right. That's what Colion was trying to say to her. If you look at the video, he's saying, okay, what's wrong with someone having 500 guns? You can only shoot, you only have 2 hands.
Yeah.
So what difference does it make if that person has 1 gun, 2 guns, or 500 guns?
Because so I'm sorry. I actually watched Noir's one-on-one interview. I haven't seen the roundtable yet. Tonight, after we get off this, I'll watch the roundtable. But just the feel I got from the one-on-one interview is they were not ready to be on his. Nobody there was ready to concede.
What the hell was that?
Is that thunder or does something?
Thunder? Yeah, my God, we heard that through the microphone.
Oh shit! I heard it with headphones on. It's like, holy crap!
Was that thunder or did something blow up?
Or a bomb went off outside. I don't know.
Whoa! we seriously could hear that.
The window shook here, I think.
Yeah. If you guys see something flashing on my face, my screen is literally flashing on and off. I don't know what the hell.
Scared. We just scared it.
Yeah, my screen is tripping right now. It's like
still somebody farted.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Miss Red Shirt or Red Dress, whatever her name is very anti-gun. I'm guessing.
Absolutely, yes. And the thing that Colion was saying to her is, what can someone? You can only use at the most. You can only use 2 guns at a time. Obviously, it's not as easy as that. But what difference does it make? And he was trying to say, well, what's the difference between someone having 500 cars?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Should we go have what's his name, the old talk show host, like
Jay Leno?
Ban his collection, because what do you need with all those cars? You can't drive them all at once. You don't need them.
Well, I mean, five? That's somebody's personal property. Whether you got 1 or 500, that's none of your business. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And she rebutted that by saying that cars are not dangerous. That is bullshit.
Cars more damage.
Ask that family that got ran over by the nut job here in Tampa yesterday.
Wait, I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, a guy purposely turned around, did a U-turn, went up on the where the people were riding their bicycles and ran them over.
Was he mad at them or something?
Was this deliberate or?
And so far they said there's no connection between the two. Killed the dad, injured 2 of the kids.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like this strange stuff. I don't know.
By the way, the woman that I'm talking about here is Neera Tandon. She's an American domestic policy advisor and the president of Center for American Progress. Oh my!
How do you get the title of that? Do you go to school to be a domestic policy advisor?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That's a do nothing title. That means you literally have no purpose in this world.
That's like a domestic underwater basket weaver.
Yeah. You don't do anything.
Yeah. So anyway, I think he was making a good point. I think cars are dangerous.
Way more dangerous. They cause way more fatalities than guns ever will.
There was also a video of the week over in Russia where this happened to be a Muslim from Kazakhstan or one of these places goes up in the curb and runs people over just out of the blue. It's like, and he takes off running. I think they caught him eventually, but
cars can do as much, if not more, easily.
It was crazy, some of the stuff. But yeah, it's raining here pretty hard right now. Yeah.
Marquise Moore, 30, of Tampa, faces charges of first-degree premeditated. So he thought about it before he did it.
Yeah, he admitted to doing it too. He didn't have any problem saying.
Why did he do it?
I don't know.
They don't know why he did it. I don't know.
A maroon Dodge Avenger was traveling east on New Tampa Boulevard near Woodsage Drive when it crossed lanes and struck a family of 3 on a bicycle ride on an off-road trail, according to police.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. The guy just decided, I'm going to run somebody over today, I guess. But again, cars are far more dangerous than firearms.
Just do the numbers. How many people every day are killed in automobiles? And
don't need the stats. They're there.
Yeah, don't argue with me about guns and how dangerous they are. How many people are killed? How many kids are killed? If you're all worried about the children,
If someone has firearms, then shouldn't their arms be on fire?
Motor vehicles. No. Where are we at? I love how they put a stat in here: guns and non-gun suicides. Yeah, a lot of people are going to use guns for suicides, but I never take that. I don't feel like you should take that into account when you're talking, because a lot of times we'll get thrown in with firearm deaths.
Yeah, that's
suicide. Somebody's going to kill themselves no matter what.
Whether you have a gun or a knife or pills or a car.
Exactly.
There's people that do all of a sudden just go head on with people to try to kill themselves too, which is scary because it kills somebody else normally. So, yeah.
So, there was a couple of things, the usual arguments and things like that people have. I think at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that Colion went on there and had these discussions with these guys. I don't know if it will open up anyone on that side. I don't think the people on the panel would necessarily change, but I think maybe there's people who watch this stuff that may say, you know what, let me look into this, and because now I'm getting both sides of the argument. Is
with the current way that the left acts, in the sense that we have the hierarchy, the Olympics of
nut jobs.
No, who's most hurt by society? Colion at least is black, so he, in their mind, has more to say than a white person. Because I mean, the left is constantly playing that.
That is just like some redneck old white guys.
Just some dumb redneck with a bunch of guns. Yeah. So at least he's putting a different face on it, and because it really isn't.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point that he did make in there. He said that I started this thing from the point of view of someone that was completely against guns. And then I went to a range and shot a gun, and everything started to change. And I think that that's something that everyone out there should think about. If you're gonna get into a situation and start debating this thing or call for gun control, guns are things. They can be used to hurt people or create destruction. So can cars, so can lots of things in our society. If you don't have any idea, if you don't have a car, you really should not be able to talk about cars. You know, if you don't drive, I don't think you shouldn't even get into the game.
That's a slippery slope in my mind, though.
Yeah, what is this, Spencer? You're gonna go ahead.
Well, that's like saying that a person that's never been in the military can't run.
Well, my comparison that becomes a slippery slope, which is a left's argument, is you don't have a uterus, so you can't decide what to do.
How dare you tell me what I can do in my body?
Exactly. So that whole "you don't have a gun, you can't say" is a slippery slope, because I feel I can have an opinion on anything, no matter what.
Right.
Well, how I am, I can.
I can tell you something.
All statistics and make an assumption about this.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on some of it, and this is what I mean. Like, I don't have a uterus, but I've been up in a bunch of them. So
if you're up in a bunch of them, that sounds.
You have to just say that.
Okay, I couldn't resist that joke. That's terrible. But you know what? Listen. I think we do have a problem when you have people talking about guns. If you're just saying, "Oh, these things are terrible, they're dangerous, you shouldn't, we should just ban them and get rid of them." How is that different from any kind of superstition? Like, you do not know anything about this thing that you're saying we should get rid of.
Yeah.
So a lot of people I know that have never actually shot guns, they're afraid of them no matter what you do. So when I try to show them, like, hey, I'm making this just a piece of metal. Let me show and explain to you all the things that I'm doing that are changing this. So this is completely inert. It can't do anything to you, right? Including pointing it in the safe direction, unloading the gun, checking the gun, making sure it's unloaded, all those kinds of things, right? The safety measures, everything that goes behind it. And then you say, this is just a piece of metal. There's something that you do that makes this thing dangerous, just like with cars or knives or anything else that you have. And if people don't have an understanding of that, they're calling to ban things or to put more, like she's saying, we need more control. And Colion Noir was saying we already have a lot of control.
So I think the agreement here, and I'm going to play off of what Harry's holster says, people need to police themselves in what they speak on. I do think that you need to know what you're talking about. So, but like when it comes to climate change or anything like that,
okay,
you need to do whatever research you can and know your facts before you go saying anything.
Okay, so why are they trying to take away my plastic straws?
Who's trying to take away plastic straw?
Wait a second.
That's the latest. That's the latest fad, is the removal of plastic straws.
Oh yeah. Well, I know we went to the dealers the other day, and they were like strawless.
Were they really?
They're supposed to be brawless, not strawless.
I agree.
This show is ridiculous today.
Why do you feel threatened by a plastic straw? And if
I don't know. I'm not sure what plastic straws are.
If they can't give me factual evidence why plastic straws are destroying the earth, then I mean it's kind of hard for a turtle to wrap it around his neck unless another turtle does it. And then it's turtle side.
Turtle side.
I think it's possible that fish will do too much sipping of the ocean.
Maybe there's cocaine and they can't do it if they don't have a straw. I mean, I don't understand. What's the deal with the straws? They want to give you straws made out of something else. And
okay, so back to just quickly back. I think the bridge. I think the bridge here is you should know what you're talking about before you open your mouth.
Right.
And when it comes to guns, you should at least know how it works. You should go to the range and shoot it and know how they function and know the laws that are currently in place. So when you say some dumb shit about loopholes,
tons and tons of laws about guns.
Yeah, and the word loophole gets thrown out way too much.
And the bottom line is, it's not the gun; it's the nut job that does the thing with the gun, misuses the gun. Yeah. So, and they don't want to point the finger at certain nut jobs because it opens up all kinds of cans of worms. So they blame it on the inanimate object. It's easy.
Yeah. And what, what are all these laws doing? For the most part, people who want to do bad things ignore laws. They don't care about it. So people that want to rob, take advantage of other people, take things from other people, destroy other human beings, they don't care what the laws are.
One of my favorite sayings that my grandfather said years ago, and I've probably said this before and I'll keep saying it, is locks are there to keep honest people honest. You're not going to stop a criminal from doing something illegal because you say, oh, it's against the law. You can't do that. It's there to prevent honest people from doing stupid things. They'll go, okay, I'm not going to drink and drive tonight. That's probably illegal. But if somebody has a problem, a mental disorder or a chemical imbalance, and they decide they're going to go kill people, they're going to do it no matter what you tell them because they don't care. They don't care what the law says.
So isn't it against the law? Speaking of nut jobs and the Dems and stuff, isn't it against the law to spit on somebody?
Oh God, yeah.
You're transferring a bodily fluid.
Pam Bondi. So I listened to her interview, and she said that it was. She doesn't believe it was intentionally spat on.
Oh,
the guy was yelling at her so much that he was just spouting her with spit. Okay,
because personally, if you spit on me trying to do something to me, I'm going to have you arrested.
I have you seen that they opened? We're getting way off track here, but they opened. So who was it? Oh God, they're a group that put in a thing against Maxine Waters because she's
trying
to start a riot.
She's inciting people to do violent stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine? Remember we had that president named Barack Obama?
Mm-hmm.
You remember nobody ever said a word about, first thing, Michelle's mother lived in the White House for 8 years with her, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that.
No, I never knew that for sure.
She was off limits for the press. They didn't, not a picture, not nothing. The daughters, both she lived there the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The daughters were off limits, and those two are not exactly, they're kids. They do kid stuff. But they were off limits too.
Yep.
Can you imagine, man, I want to throw Brock's daughters in with the
in a cage with a pedophile or whatever.
Yeah. Can you imagine what would have happened?
Oh, God.
They would have been like, "You racist bastard, Jew."
The left tries to pretend like they have a moral high ground when, in fact, they really don't.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Here's the truth about life. All's fair in love and war. I'm not saying I agree with what they're doing.
There is love and war.
So here's the thing that's happening. For them, they believe everything is fair. And right now that the tables have turned, they totally believe that it's fair to attack the president. And if when the tables turn around again and you have a Democrat in there, a very liberal person in there, and you attack that person, they will go right back to that strategy before of saying, "Oh, you're a terrorist. You should be put in jail. It should be illegal."
Oh no, not should. What they do is they have you arrested.
Yeah, sure.
Or you go to jail. Ask the dude with the movie that was supposed to start.
Yeah, he came to UF to talk one time. Oh God, what's his name?
When the Arab Spring was going on and all that stuff, and Libyan thing, and he gets arrested and put in jail because of Hillary Clinton's monkey business. So no, they don't. They won't tell you. They will arrest you and they will put you in jail.
Yeah. Here's the thing. What do we think? Do we really think that everything's fair in love and war?
I you know what? If you're going to threaten the president, guess what? You should be arrested.
Absolutely.
And that John, the last one that did it, the actor guy, the nut job, he should be arrested. Nothing else, and paraded around in handcuffs.
Yeah, I think that's fair too. I think that when people say things like that, they
got to pay a price,
regardless of who's in the White House. If you're going to go to that level, somebody should come visit you, check you out. You should go through repercussions. You should be checked out, because when we don't check out these things, you get stuff like what happened here in Florida that the FBI ignored.
Yep.
And a lot of kids wound up dead, and we're now losing our rights in Florida because of that. And at the same time, when people talk about what was going on with Russia and everything, you had someone very high up at the FBI, that said that they were going to stop the Trump from ever getting elected, and that person never went to jail. These are the kind of things that we're dealing with. And when we find out these things, that guy should never, I think they fired him from the FBI, but he should never work for he should never work for an organization like that ever again in law enforcement. And there should be repercussions for that.
All this does is empowers the lesser people out there of lesser intelligence to continue their games. You know, like, I'm going to spit on you. I'm going to chase your kids around. I'm going to do this. Well, they're not going to do anything to me. Well, what two things could happen? Maybe they not, but maybe Pam Bundy shoots that fucker. Boom.
The thing that
I mean, you know, that would have took care of that business.
The thing that's interesting to me about this group that went after Pam Bondi over the weekend, supposedly, from what I was hearing, they had gone after multiple other women, political figures, conservative political women, which to me means that there's something else behind this and not just somebody running across them at the movie theater and saying,
I really
it's
a very organized.
Yeah, they went after a lot. They went after a lot of people. I know who was it that she got chased out of the restaurant, and then I think yesterday or something, the press secretary was asked to leave.
She was removed from a restaurant.
Yeah, that's Sarah.
Which, if we get into it, I'm totally fine with, because I think the free market will decide if that restaurant should.
The restaurant, they won't be around very long now.
So I'm totally fine. If you want to shoot yourself in the foot like that and block somebody from coming to your restaurant, you're gonna lose out.
Once again, they feel empowered because they feel free to express themselves now.
Yeah. All these people. But here's the thing. We had a time in America where people told other people they could not eat in a restaurant or use this bathroom or do that thing. And that was not very good times. And to be living in a time when you have people who say that they're progressive and liberal and they care about everyone and love everyone and they want to save all the people who come across the border. Like, let me ask you something. You know, Babyface, you don't have any kids yet. I'm hoping you do soon. But you know, Walter, you and I have children. If something happened and you got arrested with your children, do you want your kids to go to the same jail as you?
No.
You know,
and they won't.
Yeah,
because they're not old enough. Well, now they are, but when they're kids, no, they wouldn't go they go to juvenile detention. Yeah, thing. And that's the way it goes.
That's basically jail for children.
Yeah, it makes no damn sense. But in this crazy world that these people do, it does make sense. I was looking at Deadpool 2 while we were on vacation. We went to see that. And guess what? They put a kid in the jail. You know, it's like, I know it was like a superhero jail or whatever. They put a kid in the superhero jail with a grown up. That makes no damn sense.
Well, that's
but that's what this is the same thing that these guys believe, that you put kids in the same place. No. But the point I'm trying to make is this: they're saying they believe in human rights and everything, yet they're saying that if you're of a particular political persuasion, if you work for a particular administration, you're not allowed to eat in this restaurant. You can't go to this place or that place.
Well, there's laws against that, but they don't enforce that stuff.
Yeah,
isn't there laws against that?
Not against political things. I don't.
Oh, but you know,
you can discriminate against people like us all you want to. There's no laws against YouTube discriminating.
As long as it's not because you're black or a woman or a man or whatever, you're fine.
Yeah. So. Okay, guys, guess what? You guys are going to have to take the show for a second. I'm going to have my screen is going back. I wish you guys could see how crazy my screen is going right now.
Just turn it off and don't look at the news and just talk to a blank screen.
No, I've got to. I think I have to. I've been trying to reboot my screen.
If you restart, is it going to kick us? Because you're hosting the show.
No, it's not going to. You guys will still be here.
I don't know about that.
I've done it before. Yeah, let me restart and come back in. You guys keep talking.
I still don't have a good excuse why they want to take my straws.
or New York,
okay, let's talk about the Strawgate. Talk about Strawgate. I'm coming right back.
New York, they tried to ban drinks over a certain size, didn't they? But you could get four.
Right? Yeah, you can get 4 smaller ones.
Yeah, but you just can't have one. There's another place where it must have been New York where they put a tax on like large sodas.
Right.
And everybody on the border of that state just went like across the road to like Virginia, bought their drinks and came home.
Got the super big gulp.
Yeah, because they don't want to pay the 25-cent tax on the soda. So
it's probably to prevent obesity, prevent more.
Yeah, but the government can't stop you from getting fat, Spence.
Nope.
You got to stop yourself from getting fat.
If you want to balloon up to 500 pounds and die at 42 years old of heart disease, Not my place to tell you not to.
Yeah.
My place to tell myself that I'm never going to let that happen.
But so it's not the government's place to do that.
No.
The reason they do it is because they always add taxes onto it. They get
Exactly. You want money.
It's got nothing to do about making you feel good or feel.
It's ridiculous. I've never understood. This is a perceived thing for me, and I don't know if people will agree or not, but I've never understood this. To me, that it feels like the left in general really just wants to control how you live your life, and I've never understood that idea. Because to me, I'm like, do whatever you want. I don't care what you do. No matter what it is, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Just as long as it doesn't hurt me, I don't care.
Well, that's how it used to be with the Dems. Growing up, they were like the free love hippies and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then they were always blaming the Republicans for being the guys that are watching you in your bedroom and stuff.
When did they become the party of wanting to tell you how to live your life?
And now, unless you agree with them 100%, you're completely. Oh, there he is. You're completely wrong. So, I don't know.
I don't know.
Give me my straws and stay out of my life, okay?
Yeah. Did you guys sort out the straw situation?
No, we don't have.
Who wants all the straws? We're good.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go to IKEA. Has some pretty cool kick-ass straws at IKEA. Actually.
Yeah. So what is it they want? So are you having problems?
It's a plastic thing,
Yes, but are you having problems having straws now in Hooters?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay. I just want to know if we need to boycott Hooters. Because I'm totally down to camp out at Hooters every day. For you guys, for you, Walter, I will
for the straws. It's for the straws, man.
For the chicken.
As CB said, to me, it's you. If you want to side with the cake maker. To me, I have to side with the restaurant owner at the same time that says, I don't want to serve you. And personally, I'm fine with it. Because again, I feel like the free market will play itself out. And in 10 years, the person will go out of business.
The commie red hen will be gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Oh my God. I saw of course I was on 4chan of all places, but I saw an article from.
Do you want to explain to people what 4chan is?
No. Don't go there unless you want to become a crazy person like me. Don't go there. For anybody that is curious, if you know what 4chan is, I read through Poll a couple times a day, which is the politically incorrect. And it is extreme. I'll say that Poll is very extreme, like very right wing extreme. But I read through it just for entertainment. But there was an article that somebody posted. I think it was from Vox of all places. Describing it had a comparison between communism and Nazism and how they were saying that the Nazis killed more than communists in history.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like,
no.
No. Sorry, I can't back that one.
Stalin did like 20 million of his own people.
Yeah.
Killer Keller says lurk more.
Hey, and they're bringing up the stainless steel straws. You know what? I'll take a stainless steel straw because you know what you can do with that thing.
Make a spitball out of it?
You can sharpen one end of that thing like a freaking ginormous...
If you ever needed to.
A ginormous syringe. Boom!
It's a stabbing implement.
Right in the heart. And
like
then
a little...
It's pew.
A little tube for...
I don't want to give anybody any ideas. Any of you nutty people out there listening? No.
Yeah, I think we should do a whole show on straw control.
Straw control.
Like,
I gotta get
Strawgate.
Totally.
Oh, man, I just had another idea for the straw. Oh, this is a bad idea, too. Oh dear! You want to get stainless steel straws banned? I can do it.
I have an idea of what straws should be, especially in Hooters. If you're going to have a stainless steel straw, it should be a double-barreled stainless steel straw with boobies on the top of it.
That's a good one.
Spencer likes it.
I was thinking more firearmish, by the way. So,
Okay.
I
was thinking boobies. What can I say?
Just because I have a rifled stainless steel straw, it doesn't mean anything.
Rifled stainless, put a little 22 in it, tap it with a hammer.
Boom! See ya. Have a nice day.
Oh boy!
This whole straw control thing is very childish.
And we'll have the end sharpened like a syringe, so it's a bayonet too.
Yeah, you can do both at the same time: poke and then hit.
And the thing I carry my straw in, my designer thing to carry, is the actual handle for the.
You could make this. You realize you could probably make this.
Oh, I probably could, yeah.
Have you seen? Oh God, what's the name of the guy's channel? It's a German guy that makes like.
Oh, the rubber band guns.
Yes. Did you see the one where he made the scalpel launcher?
No.
Oh my God, he turned a dart gun, like a Nerf gun that shot darts, high pressure, and then he put like X-Acto blades, scalpel blades.
Yeah.
Into the end.
Lethal.
Yeah, into the end of the Nerf darts and was like shooting it into a rubber dummy. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, will it kill? Like
exactly.
Oh hell yeah!
What is that? What is that knife show? What is that?
Forge and Fire.
Forge from Fire. Yeah.
Forge and Fire. Yeah. Yeah. He always gets such a big grin. He goes, "It will kill."
It will kill.
Yeah, this is the thing. So we've talked about this before, but oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name.
It will kill.
The Asian guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
He's I think.
On Forge and Fire?
Yeah, that is
Doug Marcata.
Doug Marcata. Yeah, really cool guy. I've actually met Doug Marcata. He gave me a knife, which I either lost it or something happened. I'm so mad about it.
Oh, God.
That'd be like losing my Arlie Ermy knife.
I know.
Yeah. He gave me this really badass knife that he has. But
Nice shotgun.
yeah, but you know what? I've never seen that show, but I actually was able to catch like a marathon of it because the new season came on. Those shows are awesome.
It's awesome. Being able to see people like craft things from a chunk of metal is so awesome.
Well, yes. The part I like about it is, okay, they put 4 guys in this room with 4 forges running at the same time, and it gets hot as crap.
Oh, God, could you imagine how hot
some of these guys, the first 15 minutes, they just.
So how are the judges not dying? Like, why?
Those guys are hard.
They have ventilation in there.
They probably have the AC vents. The AC vents probably blow right on those guys. And
yeah. And then you see them like talking shit about the poor people in the heat of 4 forges.
He's not looking good.
Yeah, the old white hair guy with the big mustache, like the finely tuned mustache. I know I believe he's a like a knife master, a master bladesmith, and there's only so many of those in the world, like very prestigious. So these people have like worked their way up to be at that booth at that table.
Yeah, that is a very cool show. We should try to make a knife sometimes.
Actually, you know what? God. You know what, Hank Strange? My dad's putting new blades on that lawnmower that he got from you.
Okay.
And lawnmower blades makes excellent knives. By the way.
Yes, sir.
Machetes too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm going to end up with 3 used lawnmower blades.
I'm saying, who's got the forge?
I actually have the anvil. I have an anvil.
A sweet ass sword with it.
Yeah,
you probably could.
Yeah,
Hank, if you didn't know,
what's up?
There is a Learn to Forge class here in Gainesville, like right near where Marley and I live. There's a woman that runs a metal workshop, and once a month she does a Learn to Forge class, and every month it's something different. She did like barbecue forks, I think she did a whole like wrought iron barbecue set. They did mini axes. They did knives. It's really cool. And it's like $100 to go. Then she gives you all the equipment and just teaches you how to forge metal.
So it's a blacksmithing school.
Basically. Yeah, it's really cool.
I think we should look into that. Maybe we can make something from stuff that we get all the time, like shell casings or something like that.
Oh, speaking of that,
a piece of brass.
Speaking of which.
Whoa, that is awesome.
Speaking of this, check that out.
Speaking of shell casings, have you seen the video of the guy that he's contacted me where he melts down the cases and made a brass lower for an
AR-10?
Yeah. Yes, I think
awesome.
Yes, I heard of that. Was it he used brass.
He did aluminum can one also.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That guy also did aluminum cans. That is very cool.
He has contacted me about the 50 cal uppers. I just haven't gotten back to him.
So when are we getting him to come on the show, man? I know there's folks out there that want to see him on this show.
I could probably message him and ask him about it, and he'd probably do it. Yeah.
Hey, besides business, do you want to come on this podcast where we talk about nicknames or for people?
for the JJ on the female.
Yeah.
Made by the people for the people.
Exactly. I bet you he's a dude. I bet you he's into the same stuff that we are. So what do you think about this, Walter? I picked this up while I was
I saw that little post you did on the interweb. That's pretty cool.
What do you think about that?
I think it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Do you have one of these?
No, I do not.
Okay,
Not yet.
Yeah, I got one for you. I got one.
Oh,
You're awesome. I had a feeling I might see one of those.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, if I bought one of these for me and didn't get one for Walter, how long will I survive?
what round is it? What?
It's 223. It looks like 223. Yeah, 223 to me, right? That's
It's not AK. It's not 762.
No, that's not. That looks like 223 to me.
Did it have a made in the U.S. thing on, or a made in
What's the
Vietnam?
head stamp say?
No, I mean I'm gonna assume it was made in China or something. But so what? The shell casings could have come from there anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, I think it is cool.
I will proudly display it.
Yeah, absolutely. So one will be here in the Strange Studios, and one will be at Safety Harbor Firearms as well. So
yes,
if we ever get all of this worked out,
God.
if I ever figure all of this stuff out, if you guys notice, I'm not even like standing. I usually stand because that's my workout routine. So while we do the show, I stand up. I don't know if anyone noticed that. But usually while we're doing the show, I'm standing, but I'm not standing right now because I've been here fixing up furniture, most of which, like, man, IKEA
was wrong.
IKEA and the furniture. You know what's funny? I heard there was actually an accidental shooting in IKEA today.
What?
Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Hold on. Let me see.
They went in Tampa too.
There was an accidental shooting in Tampa in the IKEA.
No, I'm saying they have an IKEA at Tampa. Yeah. In Tampa.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost went to that one. I wound up going.
Finds gun, fires shot in IKEA after customer's gun falls into couch.
Yeah, so that was in Indianapolis.
God.
Please, people, use holsters.
Use a good retention holster, like this one from Harry's Holsters.
Oh, yeah. So speaking of good segue, babyface.
Use a nice clicking retention. So watch, you click it. Do you hear that click? Nice. Oh, wait, my mic's down here. Ready? Oh, good click.
Very nice.
This is I guess I'll show it off since I segued into it.
Yeah, please tell us about that. And it's no bullshit though. Seriously, use a proper holster. Yeah, even if that gun, I don't know how your gun comes out of your pocket or comes off your person and you don't realize it. But if someone finds it, they won't accidentally pull the trigger. Damn it.
Jordan Poole is correct. I got a new toy 2 weeks ago. Last week, it might have been last week. No, 2 weeks ago. That looks familiar. SIG P365.
Oh, look at you! I saw. Did they get $500 for those things?
Well, I didn't pay that.
I mean, I saw a retail price someplace of $500.
$500 for it, yeah, is a retail. Mine, I got a wholesale, which is less than that, a little less than that, not much.
Have you shot that yet?
I shot it, and I loved it, and so I.
Are you getting? Wait, hold on one sec. Are you getting firing pin drag on the shelf?
Yes, I am actually, but it seems like everybody has issues around the 1,000 round mark. So I'm just going to shoot the crap out of it until it hits 1,000 rounds and see if I can break it. Because why not? I'm not so paranoid like others have been that I'm going to break it. Because if I do, I'll just send it back to SIG and say fix it.
Yeah. So Harry's Holsters wants you to take out the striker out. He wants to see if you have the new one.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna lock it on Babyface so we can see that.
In the meantime, while he's doing that, I'm gonna show you what Spencer picked up at your.
Okay.
Whoa.
The Saturday before Hank left on his epic Western vacation, I was at the Strange Hacienda picking up a lawnmower that Mr. Strange let my father have, so he could.
And you made this out of the blades?
You're funny. No, actually, on the corner, I'm working up to the story here.
Okay.
Off the highway that Hank lives near, and the crossroad, every weekend there's like a bring what you want little market there, flea market, everything. So I've always drove past it and never stopped. This time we said, hey, let's stop, see what they got, because you never know. So we pulled in, and one of the people there had this, like, what do you call, fantasy knife?
Yeah, that's like a dragon dagger. Is that a dagger?
It's not a dragon. That's a griffin.
Griffin. Okay, griffin.
Kind of like a griffin, and this thing is seriously built out of some serious steel, man. It's not. It just doesn't look like a fancy knife. It actually is a serious knife. It's a knife, you know. But $15. So
is it sharpened? Is it sharpened?
It's pretty sharp. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Spencer, tell us about this. You're a lover of the fantasy knives, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Spencer. So why did you choose that one? Was that the only one that
I
was
chose it.
there,
And
or-
I said, "Hey, Spence, look at this. You think you
Oh.
want it?" And he goes, "Yeah." Like, boom. That was
Oh,
a gift. It was a gift on for my boy.
Yeah.
It's
There's
really
for
nice,
Harry's
nice.
holsters. There's your firing pin.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let me lock it in. Okay. So Harry's holsters, let us know. Is this the new one? I have no way of telling. I can see some numbers on it. 620.
There we go.
020, a T, and then 07.
It looks like there's some drag there.
Um,
That what we're looking for, like
so the drag is actually on the casings itself. When the
Yeah.
casings fly out, the firing pin drags on.
it's not retractable.
Yeah, so Harry's holsters. I think this is actually an old one. I don't think this is one of the new ones. A friend of mine picked up his SIG Saturday. He bought a 365 and picked it up on Saturday, and I shot his. The trigger feels completely different. Like it has a dull thud to it when you pull the trigger, versus this one has like a crisp click. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I have a feeling this is the old style.
Yeah.
So I
And
don't know
I
what
s-
that means. If it's going to break or not, we'll see.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see what Harry says, if whether that's new, old, whatever. I can't. Cyrus 308 says 500 is a joke for that pistol.
In a good way or a bad way? Because I think it's great.
DCG 44 says 44S says never pay retail.
That's right.
Big Daddy Unlimited, link in description.
If you want a 365, get on the list for it, because we are getting in about 3 or 4 of them a week, and they're going out
as fast as they come in.
So put your
Hey,
go sign up for there's like a little button you press and you put your email in. We're sending out emails. Every time we get a group of them in, we'll send out emails to 20 or 25 people that's on that list. First people come, first come, first serve gets them. So, and we're getting a lot of them. So
Hey,
go
what
sign up.
about the little CZ compact pistol?
The
What is that?
P10C?
No, the one,
Okay.
the all metal one. It's like a 75 compact. Hank, you did a thing with it on. We put it on Facebook. Which one? Will knows what I'm talking about. If you're out there.
Yes, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember without looking at it. Oh, you're interested in those?
Well, it's kind of cool. I know they've been out for a while, but I said, well, maybe
okay.
give me one of those things. I know my son's interested in one too. So.
Oh, okay. Also, for anyone who's interested in Big Daddy Unlimited, it's 99 cents for the first month right now.
Oh yeah, I guess we could say that too. Go
The
ahead.
Rammy, CZ Rammy.
Oh, the Rammy. Yeah. I think I threw up a picture on the Big Daddy Guns Instagram. I might have reposted it on my Instagram as well. Yeah. So I don't know if that's still in the store. To be honest with you, a lot of times by the time stuff gets up on Instagram, that's, it sells out in the store, whatever the really cool things. It could still be there. You can call them up in the store.
2075 Rammy.
Yeah. I don't know. Babyface might have to check.
I don't
see
know
whether or not. Yeah. So Razor, let's see. I think Razor JB, I wanted to read something that he says. He says drag isn't that bad. A lot of guns do it. The problem is the FP, which I'm assuming is firing pin, is cheaply made and at best and drags and then snaps.
That's what I keep seeing. It seems that a lot of people are reporting that. So I put 100 rounds through it. It worked fine. Only thing I can say is I'm going to try to break it, I guess. The number that I keep coming to reading online is between 800 and 1,000 rounds. So I'm just going to keep going until it breaks.
I see it as an opportunity for someone to
make a hardened carbon steel,
create a really, really high quality firing pin as a replacement.
Yeah, there's already one out there. I know if anyone follows Military Arms channel, Mac, I think I saw he had a post. I can't remember exactly because, Mac's putting out a lot of content on the P365. You guys should check that out. Yeah, he's getting flack. He actually likes the gun, but he's getting flack because he's reporting that there is something up with it.
There is.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear that. But there is a company that is making a firing pin. If a company is already making a firing pin, obviously there's a problem.
Well,
the only other problem I heard of, which I haven't looked since, is I've heard that right here on the side of the barrel, which is dark, you guys probably can't see it.
I see it. There's a lid, like
it peens right there against the frame or something. You'll see white where the metal turns white from it getting peened. But I'm not sure if this is going to happen with this one. We'll wait and see. I'm going to keep shooting it and see what happens.
Yeah, so here I'm going to just read some comments about this P365 thing, and we are going to get back to this holster from Harry's Holsters.
Yeah, I can't forget.
Yeah, so here we go. Harry's Holsters is telling someone that he went through his P365 and multiple Glocks, no issues. So, and then someone's saying they're already making it. I think Galloway Precision, and then Volzek V says Tim over at Mac is on the second one, and it's already broken. You know, so there's stuff going on here, but lots of us want this gun to be awesome and perfect.
Other than these minor problems, which some people may see them as major, I guess, because a breaking firing pin is a big deal. This gun to me is awesome. It fits my hand really well. 10 rounds, 10 plus 1 is really cool in the size of a Glock 43. Plus, it comes with freaking night sights. It's awesome. It comes with I believe it's the same night sights that they use on what's the really high end 226 and 229. What's that called? The Legion. I believe these are the same night sights they use on the Legion.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I love it. I shot it and it's great. Other than that issue, so we'll see if it happens.
So I carry my revolver in single action. Says, why are people forcing themselves to like the P365? It doesn't make sense to take any chance with your life. I carry a Glock. I'm not forcing myself. I don't have one. Babyface, I don't think you're forcing yourself. No, I think there's things you like about it. Also, you know, listen, there's different things happening to different people out there. And what we're all trying to do is give you guys data points, because I think we're all aware right now that the companies themselves will not tell you the truth. So I'm not trying to make you buy a gun or make you not buy a gun. I think we're all just trying to give you data that you can use and make a good decision. I think SIG recently has shown that they are not willing to tell you the truth about their guns. And that's a problem. That's a real problem. Yeah. So if you want to, if someone was out there saying like, hey, should I buy this as my first, you know, EDC, my defense gun to carry on myself, I would say, hell no, don't buy it. I'm in a differing opinion. Buy it. I love it. Yeah, I would say no, don't do that. But then people also have things about getting a Glock, or they have things about getting a Smith & Wesson. If you know, listen, if you're buying your very first, I guess you call it subcompact carry gun, get yourself a Glock 43. They're proven, they're reliable, they're very, very available. I mean, you can go on BDU right now if you're a member and get them for sub $500 for sure. Yeah, almost sub 400, I think. And I mean, they're even to the point now where they come in all sorts of colors. Marley has one in Tiffany blue, and they work. They are really great carry guns. I carried one for 2 years and shot it a lot, and it's been fantastic. If you want to throw something new in the rotation, why not buy it? I think it's a cool piece, and I'm going to try to break it. I have no problem trying to break a firing pin. But go ahead, Walter. But the average person is never going to break that firing pin. 1,000 rounds is a lot of ammo for the average person is never going to shoot 1,000. So here's the thing, just to take the other side of that debate, someone's going to say, look, we don't know if it's going to always happen at 1,000 rounds. You know, it could happen at 20 rounds or 50 rounds and all this kind of stuff, right? So I think, here's the thing that I think about this. If you're actually going to carry a gun every day on you, you probably want to put a lot of rounds through it, train with it and all that, and see how it's going to be. Because unless you're the person who just buys a different gun to carry every day on you, like you buy a different one every month, every 6 months or something like that, this thing, you're going to have it for years. You should train with it. You should put a lot of ammo through it. You should be proficient with it. You should know what happens if things go wrong with it and how to react, because if something actually happened to you, you're going to have to react so fast that you're really not thinking, and including if something goes wrong, you have to be able to deal with it. So that being said, the flip side of a lot of this, like these guys are saying, the average person out there buying a gun, they buy it, they go to the range, go in their backyard, put 20, 30 rounds through it, and they never really shoot that gun again until maybe some point in their life they need it to defend themselves, and that's when they pull the trigger. Now, anything could happen at that point. From selling guns and selling rifles and stuff, you see people 20 years later, I got an SKS from you. How'd it work? I don't know. I never shot it. Exactly.
I mean, that is typical. Forget about the training thing and all that monkey business. The average person doesn't train, besides going to the range and shooting some paper, and they're never going to put 500 rounds through the average person. They're going to put 20 or 30 a box every once in a while and put it back in the dresser drawer, or put it. Even if they carry it.
The fans that are in this chat right now, you guys aren't the average. I hate to say that.
Yeah, don't get all indignant. I know you guys are.
Yeah, you guys shoot a lot more than the average person does, and that's a great thing. That's definitely a great thing.
The 50 cal is a prime example. They might shoot 20 rounds. Some people shoot 10 rounds and never shoot it again.
Yeah. Because 50 is expensive.
Most people live and die and never shoot 150 BMG.
Yeah.
Well, but even if they buy it, they show off their friends a little bit. They shoot a few rounds, average person, not everybody, because I know people that shoot hundreds of rounds, thousands of rounds. And then it goes put away, and I don't hear from those people. I hear from what was that? I hear from
I'm laughing at Gunmetal Guy USA.
What did he say?
Anyway, so
it says, thanks, Babyface. I love you too.
I mean, that's the truth, though. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Listen, there's lots of different truths here. Let's be honest about that, okay? A gun person is not one thing. You could be a gun guy if you have one. Look, I saw one of the
people
things.
That have one gun and they're a gun guy.
Yeah, exactly. So
people have 500 guns and they're felons. No.
Some people want to make it that way, but that's not the way it should be. Yeah. And here's the thing: like, even when you train, like when I train, I don't train. I haven't gone training with my Glock 43. I trained with a Glock 19. So but I do shoot. I shoot my Glock 43 all the time, right? I have my own range. I go out there. I shoot it. Babyface is the same kind of thing. You know, every now and then we shoot lots of guns. So that's one thing that I have to say. It's not like every time we go to the range, we shoot the G43.
Yeah.
We do shoot it. Like, I shoot mine a lot because it's what I actually carry, you know? And the thing is, for example, doing a training, let's say you did take it and you went training, you could, in a training class, hit somewhere between 500 and 1,000 rounds in maybe 2 days.
I shot the 2-gun match 3 weeks ago. And I went through 159 and 150 223 in like 4 hours. And it didn't seem like that much. To me, it felt like that's nothing. You go through a training course and they tell you minimum like 1,000 rounds to enter the course.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it just depends on your level of gun foolery, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And Razor JB, Razor JB, I'm not, I know there's other people commenting here, so I'm not trying to leave anyone out, but he's pretty hot about this one. He says, regardless of the amount you shoot, the quality of a firearm is upfront in your owner's manual and states the gun goes tits up at 700 rounds. The amount of people who don't shoot is irrelevant. I think all of these things are data points. It's up to you what you want to do. It's up to you what you want to do with your own personal protection and what matters to you. And if you buy a gun because you think it's cool, or you want it to be functional, or you're like, hey, I don't want to risk my life on this thing.
Or your friend bought one, or your friend's friend bought one.
Yeah, these are all personal things. If you want to carry without one in the chamber because you don't feel comfortable or whatever, this is all up to you what you want to do. Yeah. Nobody's telling you. If you're a grown ass man, if you're a grown up, you do what you want to do.
Right. That's your world.
Yeah. I think we're just trying to give data about these things. So with that being said, let's actually talk about the Harry's holster that you have, baby.
So Harry, I got a holster from him, and this is in Cryptek Neptune. So Marley got the Cryptek Typhoon, I think, which is a light blue, like a pastel blue. I got the Cryptek Neptune. Oh, there's the lighting, which is like a dark royal blue with some black mixed in.
Good night, Spencer.
This is the
shout out to Spencer. He's retiring.
Out of the house.
This is the oh god, what'd you call it? The KISS, the KIS. Keep it simple. His Keep It Simple holster, except it's custom made just for Babyface. It has the Patrick mod, which is it doesn't have the holes along the top. Typically, this holster comes with a couple extras. You can get a set of holes here and some other stuff where you can add different connection points like belt loops and things like that. I told Harry that I wanted just this one clip, and that's all I needed. And he came through and made it. And I opened it out of the box today and was so excited. It's awesome. It's the gun, nice click, and it's like that super awesome navy blue.
Yeah.
There's your posts for your shillery for Harry's holster.
No, and Harry's holster's been on. He's a good dude.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
He's in the chat right now. I invite, we're gonna have him actually come on again. We should probably do a bunch of stuff with Harry's holsters. We gotta, I've been on vacation and trying to set up this whole place. So there's a whole bunch of people I have not spoken to that I need to speak to, and he's definitely one of them.
Razor JB is asking if you can wrap it in lace. I think that's a special request. You need to upcharge for that, and pink lace only.
Yeah, Walter, what do you?
Harry, do you bedazzle it? Can you bedazzle it? Can we get the American Gun Chick version? Come on. I like it rough. I like it rough on the appendix. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. This could go so bad. Hold on. The Anku says, Hank, Hank, was that the Beretta Nano? You did a video on yours. If so, how did it hold up? The Beretta Nano. I did do a video on that. I don't have a Beretta. I don't have a Nano. Do I have a Nano? No, I don't think I have a Nano anymore.
I don't like the Nano. I'm just gonna throw out a total unfactual opinion. I don't like the Nano.
Is that the one that's kind of rounded?
It's just
you're talking about the Curve, which is that's from Taurus.
The Nano's kind of like, it looks like it needs to be sharpened up a little bit.
It's kind of like it's not a bullpup, but it's kind of really short, kind of weird looking, like a bullpup. Yeah, I don't have it because I don't carry it, and then Lola doesn't carry it. So in that category, if one of us isn't using it, it's not sticking around.
Harry says, if you rock it, I'll bedazzle it. I'll rock it. I'll make you a bedazzled holster.
Oh Lord, yeah. So Harry's holster, he'll be back on. I don't. Do we have like some kind of thing for Harry's holster? I don't know. So whatever. But he's a cool dude. We don't have any kind of like a business relationship with him at this point. So which I'm not. I don't know. We should probably work that out.
No holster for Harry. No.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He was here on the show. I can't remember which show he was on, but what is the website? Just harrysholsters.com, right?
Harrysholsters.com.
Yeah. Let's make sure we shout that out.
He's also on Facebook. I bug. His name's Harrison. I bug Harrison on Facebook. I never email him. I don't think I have his phone number because I would text him like constantly being like, bro, this is awesome. So I just go on Facebook and Facebook message him and be like, dude, I want this. How much is it? and he sends me a bill for it.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Awesome. Okay, Walter, what you got? Okay,
this is actually what we would call an HK91. This one I built myself from a stripped receiver. So this has got actually sent me parts and HK parts kind of mixed together. I did this years ago.
That's a pretty one.
It came out really nice with the wood. It's got that classic kind of look.
It does look. I like how it looks. So that is a wood stock, right? That's not like a laminate or a like plastic that looks like wood.
This is actual German G3 wood that's from some surplus guns that the Germans no longer use the G3. And they cut them all up for scrap or parted them out, actually. Bless their hearts.
Yeah, that looks. I like the. I want to say strap. I guess is what we call it. The green.
Yeah. That's also a German strap.
Yeah. The wood and the green. It all looks classic. The only thing I would say, Walter, is a couple of things it needs. It needs to be an SBR.
Well,
really,
it needs to be full auto. It needs to be full auto.
Speaking of that, this is not full auto, but I have buku parts, Joe, that I can do that with. So I was just talking about that today, putting together a like an MP5 size 308. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? We can get a trigger from Franklin Armory for that.
Well, I can get a trigger too, right off the sent me.
Yeah, I know. No, but I'm saying, like, if you want, like, if you don't want to go full auto, but you want to go binary or something.
The binary thing, yes.
We could throw the trigger in there.
Are we still allowed to do that in Florida? Or?
I guess until October.
I'm a manufacturer, so it doesn't make any damn difference.
No. When that law goes into effect, the manufacturer can't own that thing either.
Bullshit. Anyways,
okay, all right.
Bullshit.
So is that the 93?
This is 93, but this is actually a Century Arms one. But
okay.
Yeah, okay. I know.
John Gillian says dibs, Walter. John Gillian calls dibs.
This one I bought from Century. It works. They had problems with some of them. But mine seems to run all right. It is what it is. But yeah, I didn't buy one when they were. I'm not going to spend $3,000, $4,000 for a semi-auto HK. So
Yeah.
that's just me, and it goes bang the same way, guys. So
Yeah.
Unless you're an HK snob, yes.
Yeah. Mr. Saving the Day says it needs to be a bullpup.
So you guys want to see? You guys want to see my? I'm calling this bag #1 less. My #1 less bag.
Oh boy.
You cut something up?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready for this?
Oh, wait. Let me lock it on you.
One less what?
This is my #1 less. Look at all these poor destroyed. Oh, these poor just destroyed. These just destroyed guns.
Oh, that's an AK. Oh, look.
Poor.
That's a project.
No, these are. I'm going Wednesday to my dad's shop, and I'm going to be sandblasting and Cerakoting. This is my crank. If anybody has never seen what an AKS 774U looks like without any furniture or anything, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Is that what length barrel is that?
8.5 comes right to the tip. Yeah, that is a whole crank off with no stock, no grip, no forend, no nothing.
That's your other. That's the one that you were shooting before.
Yeah, it still runs fine.
So you're going from battlefield to.
So, that 2-gun match that I ran, one of the I ran my AR through it. But one of the ranges was so close, you're shooting rifle at like 10 yards, and there are hostage targets in the way, and everybody was having height over bore issues. Everybody's looking through their optic and going, oh, I'm right on, and then 3 inches lower killing the hostage targets. So I decided to bring out the crank, and I ran the crank through the course, and it was great. It was perfect, except that it started rusting. The battlefield wear on it has started to sadly rust a little bit. There's some light surface rust on some of the parts.
Rust is good for an AK. AKs.
no, Cerakote.
They
Nice Cerakote so it doesn't fall apart is good for an AK.
You need some oil. You need some oil out of the transmission to fix that.
You can see the surface rust there from shooting the course.
Dip it in some used motor oil. That'll fix it.
Yeah, just the whole thing straight down. So this is going off Wednesday. I'm going to be painting that one, and then
what color is that going to be? What color is that going to be?
All
black.
Yeah, come on.
Black is beautiful.
I had a question
Black
for
is
you.
beautiful, baby.
So I'm also thinking I'm going to Cerakote this. This is the
that's your
over under 22-410.
What about cutting it?
We can still do that. It's still an option. The reason, I could actually, if I'm down there on Wednesday, I could just leave it with you and have you cut it and then put in the $5 stamp.
Yeah,
we might do that instead.
While you're here, you can take apart two Segas. Two Segas that I have here.
Oh yeah, I need to know those things.
There's some other work that needs to be done. Put it to work, Walter.
This I don't know if it's my skin or something, but after shooting this, it started rusting on me. It's parkerized.
You're a ruster.
It's parkerized, but everywhere that I had fingerprints,
everywhere you touched it. Oh,
the part started rusting.
You're a ruster.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to tell you this, baby.
I always thought parkerizing wasn't supposed to rust like
No.
Okay, by the way, we live in Florida.
Parkerizing needs oil.
Okay.
So typically, like when I get back from shooting and it's hot and sweaty or rain, I just hose them down with some WD-40 and let them drip dry.
Okay, so no need to Cerakote this. Just oil the hell out of it.
Oil the shizzits out of it.
Okay, then that makes it easier. I don't have to Cerakote it.
Yeah,
but I could bring it down and have you, bloop.
I say make it into the chopper.
I'm thinking like 14 inches because right now it's at 18.5 for the.
Oh yeah, that's too big.
That's too big. 14 right there.
Yeah, look good.
22-410. I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah, they look good.
Absolutely.
And then so I'm just gonna drench this in like motor oil.
What's the other project that you have in the bag?
It's just the small parts that go along with the crank. The butt stock.
And then M1A barrel. It needs to be timed now.
Yeah, it's down in the garage. It needs to be finished. Maybe I can get it done before I come down tomorrow night.
So Harry's Holsters had a question.
Don't rush.
Yeah, Harry's Holsters had a question for us. He wanted to know. He's like, "Do y'all know what's going on with the Army's PDW solicitation?"
Oh, I happen to know a little bit about that. Yes.
Yeah. So what's up? What's up?
What's that mean?
Well, the subgun one. I call it subgun more than anything. Yeah, they've just gathered the various types of subguns.
And they're just testing them, right?
And they've bought various types of subguns, and they're going to test them and evaluate to see what will fit in certain needs.
The three that I saw were the B&T is getting tested, a Noveski AR-15, a 9mm AR-15, and a Salient Arms. No, and Angstadt Arms.
They're doing the MPX. They're doing the UMP.
Oh, so they're doing all of them.
They're doing CMMG's 9mm gun. The ones you mentioned, Zenith Firearms. My stock will be on that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. That's the one that should get the contract.
There you go.
A lot of
they're doing the Colt subgun, the old.
Yes, correct. Right. The 9mm. So a lot of people don't. A lot of folks out there that have to have last shot hold open or their life comes to an end.
Yes.
Don't like the HKs because it's old school. Yeah. HK's got a gun in too. They're doing the UMP actually, but another company is doing the MP5 type gun aside from Zenith.
You know, I think it really comes down to what's the purpose of it. If it's like a frontline soldier, I think most of those ARs would work. A 300 Blackout, I feel like, would be good. I don't know if they really want a sub caliber like 9mm.
I mean, certain applications like if you're doing security for generals and uppity-ups and stuff like that, that's what they're looking for. I don't think they're looking for
that. My choice, just because I love the gun, would be the B&T USW with the little nano aim point on top. That pistol SBR thing is super cool.
Just with a happy switch and about 10 mags. Yeah.
Yes. What happens with the stock?
What happens there, Walter? Because I think I've heard from some people that sometimes when you're doing like whether it's private security or whatever else you're doing in some of these different countries, the countries won't let your team come in with other weapons, but they can come in, for example, with like a pistol or something. So if you could put a stock on let's say a Glock or anything else like that, and then make it full auto, it becomes a more effective weapon for the team.
I guess it would, but I think what they're looking for is like the guys that do security for, and there's actually different applications that they're trying to fill needs for. So there could be more. It's not going to be probably just one gun they pick. It's going to be maybe a couple, three of them.
Walter, have you thought about ordering one of the Mako Group stocks for the Glock? Because you can easily do that. I'd have to put in a Form 1.
I have a stock, actually.
Do you?
You can buy the stocks all day long. That's
but if I want to put it on my Glock 19, I have to Form 1 it.
I mean, the stock that I have, I don't know if it's a Mako. It came from Israel.
Yeah, it's probably the Mako one.
But it's when you shoulder it and you put some pressure on it, it feels like it's
right.
It's plastic.
Yeah, that's the Mako one. It's like a little plastic tube with a cheek weld.
I need to make one out of metal. It's got a tail hook on it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we need to make a Glock carbine that's full auto.
Well, put a tail hook on. Anybody could stick it on their gun and use it. So but anyways, that's what's going on with the PDW thing.
Everyone's getting a kick, by the way, out of Babyface's Rusty Barrel. I just wanted to.
They really have been reading.
When I say he's a ruster, some people's skin, I've seen it. They'll pick up a gun like you and grab it, and you can see their fingerprints.
Yeah, like that's me.
You're a ruster.
If I leave fingerprint oil, clearly, if I leave it on, Cerakote doesn't matter. Obviously, aluminum doesn't rust, so ARs never have a problem. But if I do it on bluing or steel, my Python, every time I bring it back from the range, it's like coated in oil because I don't want it to rust.
So you've just got an acidic. You got a high acidic acid level in your skin. That's what your sweater.
I guess so. I just need to. So this gun, I just need to oil it. But I think I will bring it down and bring you the barrel so you can have some with it.
Wackadoo.
We'll repin it and then $5 tax stamp.
Isaac Diamond says Rusty Face P. CB says Rusty Trombone. Armament and Axty says Rusty Burl.
Warsaw Patriot wants me to paint it with engine enamel. But see, the thing is, I have access. My dad owns a car body shop. So I have access to
spray booth and all that.
Spray gun, a spray booth, like professional equipment, sandblasting cabinet.
Wait, hang on, back up. Woo, your father does auto body stuff?
Auto body work, yeah.
I got a car that needs to be painted.
He may do it. You can ask. I can
Oh,
ask
okay.
for it.
I don't know if he does that kind of.
Make sure you ask for the Hank Strange discount.
Oh God, that's
God.
twice as much.
Yeah.
What do you need done? We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have access to. He even has a what's the powder coating? He's got a powder coating oven, so I can bake on the Cerakote, no problem.
That's cool. That's cool.
So-
That's definitely a good option because it won't rust then. So
Yeah, but for this, I'll just have you chop it and then
we can park it. I'm gonna park anything you want. So
Yeah. Someone's asking me if I heard about the junior kid in New York. I carry my revolver in single action.
What about the rapper that died over the while you were gone?
I don't.
Yeah, that was Triple X Tension or something like that. I heard about that too.
And what was his? He got shot.
It's hood shit. I hate to say that, but it seemed like it was. It was a bunch of kids robbing him for like his wallet or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a bunch of kids. I know that, yeah, I think he was, from what I read in the news, and I've heard of that guy before, but I heard of him because he's not in music the traditional way. He's on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So I think he falls into a lot of, like, he had a pretty big following. I think like 5 million people or something.
But he was known. What was his big PR thing that he did that got all the press?
I know he beat up his pregnant girlfriend.
That's what it was.
No, that wasn't the one.
But that got him in.
Yeah, that's how he got in trouble, and that's how I heard about him. A lot of his fans are kids, are younger people. I know that one of my sons says he's listened to a couple of songs. He had some cool stuff. But that guy, I guess, listen, he believed in controversy and all that, but that doesn't mean he had the right to be killed. Happened to him here in Florida. That is the guy who was doing concerts for those folks who were trying to take guns from us here in Florida.
Yeah, if you remember. But again, I don't want anybody to die over their political opinions. I don't.
No, I mean, yeah, people, we should be safer than that. But I think he was out there like trying to buy a motorcycle or something. Went back to his car and someone.
Yeah, he was parked at a BMW dealership or something. He was buying like a nice bike, not a shitty bike.
Yeah, and maybe someone just came in there and robbed him.
And they robbed him and shot him while he was in his car. But
yeah, so maybe I don't know if he was trying to resist or what was going on there and why that particular thing happened. Should not happen. I don't like it, regardless of whether that person is a good person, bad person, or whatever. But this kind of thing happens, and this is why we all need to be able to defend ourselves. I'm also not saying in that moment, in that same situation, you might not have had time to get to your gun, or maybe that's why it happened to you. A lot of times you're better off just giving up your stuff, and then if you need to defend yourself, but you don't necessarily need to die for things.
Harry's holster tank is saying that we should get Post Malone on the show.
Okay.
If anybody out there has a contact, because he likes Post Malone likes guns. If you didn't know that.
Okay. No, I know who Post Malone is.
Rapper. You don't know who he is?
No, I do know who he is. He's a white rapper, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to discriminate, but,
but he likes guns. He likes guns. So, and there's videos of him like at the range shooting machine guns.
Is he Floridian? No, he's not from
Texas.
Florida.
He's from Texas.
I got news for you. There's not a rapper out there that doesn't like guns.
I know.
Yes,
exactly.
I think so. Even the ones who claim to be anti-gun,
they all got guns. Every single one of them. So,
but if anybody out there knows a contact Post Malone, I would love to have him on the show. I'm going to speak for Hank right now. We should totally have him on the show.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I've heard of Post Malone. So now people are asking about this kid in I think that was the Bronx, right?
Which one? Was this the kid that was shot in the back?
Yeah, what's his name? Junior?
Something like that. That happened last week, didn't it?
Yeah, it happened last week while I was on
he was shooting. If I could find it. Bronx murder rates on the rise, police making arrests in the death of a teen. Is that the one?
I think
Dies
so.
after being shot in the chest.
Yeah.
This is horrible to say, but there are so many killings in Chicago and New York, parts of New York, that it's like, which one are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's happening, unfortunately, is that we're all getting desensitized to it. So Bronx teen, is this the Bronx teen murder that we're talking about here? So Bronx teen murder, Trinitarios gang members arrested over Junior Guzman Feliz stabbing. Is that what we're talking about?
Somebody said stabbing, yeah.
Yeah.
He was stabbed. carry my revolver in single action since stabbing.
So he was killed by a gang of men outside of a bodega store in the Bronx area of New York. And they say it might be mistaken identity.
Oh,
Listen,
okay, that's really sad then.
Yeah, if you want to know, I did hear about this in passing. I have not really had an opportunity to dig into this story. So I don't know the particulars of what's going on here other than what we're reading. What I could tell you is that this is something that happens not only in the Bronx, obviously in New York, happens all over the country in lots of different places. There's gangs all over the place, but included there in New York, there's a lot more gangs in New York now than when I was a kid there. And I think this is something that we heard over the last week. We heard Trump talking about it. I don't know if you guys saw when Trump did a press conference with these family members of people that were killed by, people who came in illegally. Yeah, and this is one of the things that he was talking about is that a lot of, I'm not saying everyone that comes into the country illegally is a gang member. I'm an immigrant. And my family actually came to America illegally, believe it or not.
Right,
we had a visa. We came on our visa. We overstayed. We didn't cross over the border.
A lot of people do, but a lot of people take care of it too.
Yes, we took care of it. We went through. We did all the paperwork and everything. And I've been a citizen since 2003. Yeah. So the thing is that there's a lot of in New York specifically, even though I know it's not happening everywhere, there are a lot of gangs. And this is all part of that, right? Part of what they do is they go out there and they just kill people.
It's called terror. Terror.
Yeah.
Hello.
And this is why, without, like I said, knowing the specifics of what happened here and getting all up into it or whatever, it's a terrible thing. Yeah. When I grew up in New York, my parents just, I've got other brothers and a sister. They just wanted us to come home alive. This is the thing we want for our kids. It's very difficult to do something about gangs and a lot of this stuff that happens that we're talking about in society, except in that moment. A lot of times the police just come along to clean up everything. They can't really take care of the gang situations. But you know what would? Especially in places like New York, if we could all be armed legally. I'm not saying this kid could have been armed, right? We're talking about age, etc. But if the parents, the people who live in these neighborhoods that cannot get out, were able to be armed and defend themselves and took out some of these freaking gang bangers or whatever, we might change the equation.
Holy crap. So I found the video on LiveLeak. It is like a brutal game. They drag the kid out of the bodega, by his collar. And then one one guy has a machete, 2 or 3 guys have knives, and they just start shivving him. And it looks like he got away and ran back inside, but
that sounds like
collapse.
That sounds like an MS-13 kind of thing.
It looks like gang problem. But,
yes, and what people need is, because I'm telling you right now,
it's a deterrent because you don't know who's armed.
Yes. Also, what we need is a situation like this. Situations like this that happen with these gangs, we need the ability to fight back against these people.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's what we need. We need to be able to take these people out. These gang members and other people like this that prey on society should not feel safe enough to just walk around out there and be able to grab people up and do whatever they want to do with them without someone getting back at their asses.
Talk to the politicians.
Listen, I agree with you.
All the laws are there. All the RICO stuff, all the stuff from the gangster days is all there. All the laws. You have to enforce the laws. You have to go out and round people up. And when you round people up, you're going to start squawking and crying and squealing that my poor baby got rounded up. Well, your poor baby's a murderer. Sorry. And then enforce the law and
So what I could tell you is this. What I would like in places like this is why I get passionate about this, because when I see this woman who was on the show with Bill Maher and Colion Noir, and she's saying to him that people don't need to be able to defend themselves. This is why I get mad. This is why I say that people who want to take away guns or create a criminal situation where if you have a gun you're going to prison. If you have a gun, you can't have these guns legally. I think those people are racist, in my personal opinion. I think they're trying to take something away from us, and it's freedom. And if you want to take away my freedom, these are not things that are going to, I say this all the time. I know everyone doesn't like to hear this, but a lot of this is putting people that look like me in jail. Here's what should happen. In a place like that, if you see a bunch a bunch of people with knives and machetes and stuff like that drag a kid out of somewhere and they start stabbing him up, you need to asses up. Yeah, the people, not it even. Other people there, what they feel like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm going to get stabbed up too. Throw some lead, throw some hot lead at these fucking assholes and take them out in that moment. In that moment, you know that they're doing some bullshit.
You can do that in Florida.
Yeah, can't do that in New York. Can't do that in the Bronx.
Yeah, and so when you have places like this, and when you have the politicians in places like New York that do not allow the people to defend themselves against this, and then they want to talk about someone else is racist. They want to talk about like Trump is a racist, and these horrible things happening with kids getting separated from their parents because they came across the border illegally, and all that is racist. This is racist. This is racism right here. These people are destroying you. You know why? Because they want to. You know, like, for example, if we talk about abortion kills, like this woman was talking about how the woman with Colion Noir was talking about how guns kill a lot of people. Abortions kill more people than any of these things. And you know who they kill the most? They kill a lot of people that look like me, abortions. And these same people, they believe in abortions, and then they don't want the honest, hardworking people to be able to defend themselves against the gangs. So they're killing you. They're burning you from both ends. Okay, they're convincing you to kill your children off, to abort them before they even have a chance to come out of the womb into the world. And then on the other end, they're letting the gangs do their dirty work for them and kill you off. And you just keep voting for them. The people in New York just keep voting for these assholes, putting them back into power. And I'm telling you, you know, I live in the hood here in Gainesville or whatever, but if I see a gang of people drag a kid out onto the street and they're stabbing him up, okay, someone's catching hot lead.
One of them is getting some hot lead, if not all of them.
A lot of them are getting some hot lead.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen here, but you don't see it as much here. And you know why you don't see it as much here?
Because somebody's going to catch some hot lead. Lots of people.
That's what I was working towards. Yeah, I mean,
you know, and lots of people who came from New York. Babyface, remember the other day when you were here at the new studio, and someone, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but someone was helping install something over here.
Yeah, and he was a New Yorker. Previous New Yorker.
Yeah, he was from New York, and he was talking about, yeah, man. And when I go back to New York, I feel kind of like I'm missing something because I can't legally carry a gun over there, but here in Florida, I can. You know, and lots of people leave New York and come here for that reason because it's almost impossible to do it in New York. And all the people who are responsible for that in New York, they are responsible for what happened to that kid and what happened to lots of other children and people, human beings. There's lots of horrible things that happen in New York every day to people, and they are responsible for this. And I'm telling you, they're burning us on both ends.
Yep.
So, you know, as bad as it sounds, that's what I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know where to go with that, but
and the final words go to Hank for the evening.
Yeah. I got some new bayonets. and you know what I'm ordering me tomorrow? I'm gonna get on Amazon and order me some stainless steel straws, baby. And I'm gonna turn those things into the most.
Can we get some branded stainless steel straws? Can we get some?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, if we're gonna get straws, let's pimp them out.
I'm gonna get some straws, and they're gonna be the coolest straws you ever.
Yeah,
I don't know how you could bedazzle a straw besides sharpen the end like a razor. Anyway,
did you guys? I know this is when I had to drop out because something was happening with the monitor. Did we solve what the whole straw gate?
It's the whole plastic thing. You know, you're not supposed to use any plastic because you're polluting the world, and you're gonna kill all of this and kill all of that. It's more horse shit. You know, it's just more. Six-pack things are bad for fishes and turtles and stuff, and that we've been through all that. That's done. They don't do that anymore. They have ones that actually biodegrade and fall apart. They're actually, I think there's actually edible six-pack rings, but the straw.
And so why can't we do that with straws? I think, and I'm not against stuff like that, by the way.
There are all kinds. There's alternatives. There's paper, and there's ones that are made out of different things that fall apart, and you can actually eat them and things like that. But is it really that big of an issue?
I'm just going to throw this out there, and maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like straws anyways. I never use them.
Well, once
Marley
again,
loves them. I hate straws.
It's like guns. You're not forced to just stick your thing in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, baby face. Why do you want to take away our right to use?
Hey, put words in my mouth.
He qualified that before he said that, by the way.
I know. I'm just teasing him.
But
you ready for my opinion on straws?
Go.
When you drink a soda through a straw, it aerates the shit out of that soda, and all the bubbles cling to the straw, and then it's like fizzy soda in your mouth. I'd rather just drink from a cup. A cup works fine.
Yeah, but you never know how the cup's washed either. So.
Oh man, I hope they're clean. Otherwise, I probably have herpes at this point.
The herp.
But yeah, Marley insists straws all the time, no matter what. And I'm always like, I hate them. I don't want a straw. Don't give me a straw.
Right. Do I have to go into a place now and ask for the PC straw? The one that, I remember as a kid, you used to get a paper straw every once in a while. What happens to a paper straw? They fall apart.
They do. They fall apart like crazy.
Yeah, it's not very tough. But here's my thing about straws, babyface. Since you said your thing about straws,
I mean,
in private, I don't use straws. In private, because if I spill my drink,
it allows Hank to put the lipstick on, and it doesn't mess that up for him.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So in private, if I spill that drink all over myself or do whatever, it's all good. But I think in public, it's more polite to have a straw. Yeah.
Fine wine.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And then when it comes to straws, I think there's options. Obviously, the cheap. I'm guessing that the biodegradable
this sounds like a firing
straws
pin thing. We're going back to firing pins again. When you your everyday carry straw.
Yeah. What straw do you carry every day?
We must be able to make straws out of something that's
straw holster. That's what gotta have.
Let's make straws out of corn. How about corn? We'll make it
something very similar, like a soy-based. Straw.
They used to make when I worked at Busch Gardens. We had biodegradable fork, knife, spoon sets.
Right.
Those things. Halfway through my meal, I started like biting the tines off the forks. I was like, God, this sucks. These things are terrible. And the spoons were never deep enough. They're always like super shallow. I hate those things.
Yeah. Len Holt says I'm a sucker.
Straws are for suckers.
The pants says
we gotta have some hemp straws.
The pants says edible panties. Why not edible straws?
Now, Will Killer says PLA straws, like People's Liberation Army or what? People's
Liberation Army.
I feel like edible straws will somehow mess up your digestive system.
Your straw won't work right after you put that straw down. And what is it? It's like okay, for you folks out there that like turkey bacon, what's it take to make a piece of turkey taste like bacon?
No bacon.
I know you don't do pork, but I mean, think about it. What's it take to make turkey, which is a pretty neutral meat that doesn't taste like, for the most part, anything, tastes like pork? Is that worse for you than the pork, or better?
I think it probably at the end it's the same thing. I've had turkey bacon. I eat turkey bacon from time to time. I just eat turkey. I don't eat pork. Bacon. So I'll eat turkey or chicken and stuff like that. And then if I'm having some kind of bacon, I'll have turkey bacon. But yeah, I mean, I just try to avoid pork. I don't have. There's no like super special reason for the pork thing. I have had pork from time to time. I have it, but I try to listen. I'm already fat enough. I try to minimize the things that make me fat.
Pork is not your enemy for feeling.
Pork is not, and the pork is high sodium and a whole bunch of things that's not good.
It depends how it's prepared too.
Yeah. So and I'm trying to.
If you have that traditional barbecue pork, it could get a little.
Yeah, and I think when you get older, you got to stop. You got to stop eating
pork in it. You got to stop pork in it.
Yeah, you got to like take certain things out of your diet. Like I'm trying to get off of bread. And I told Lola the other day, no more French fries for me. I'm gonna stop.
So hard. Those are the best. Why are the best foods the most unhealthy?
Oh, today I had some of the best French fries from McDonald's. Oh, they were salty.
Really? McDonald's fries are fantastic.
They were salty and fresh and hot. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's puts cocaine in the French fries.
Okay, so I know since we're talking unhealthy, do you guys have a favorite fast food place? For me, it's Wendy's. Hands down, Wendy's is my jam. Their spicy chicken sandwich, so good.
Yeah. And a chocolate frosty.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to. I would probably say if I had to choose, I try to avoid the fast food stuff.
I do too, but
I would probably have to say is Chick-fil-A fast food?
Oh, Chick-fil-A, good one. Yeah,
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, they make excellent chocolate.
Wait, is it Chick-fil-A or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
I think
No
I think
Chick-fil-A.
I think it's Chick-fil-A.
From
No.
Chick-fil-A.
No filla, fella.
That's why Hamburger Helper says, Hank, did you say it's appropriate to suck in public?
And anybody out there that lives on the West Coast and has In-N-Out Burger, you can't win. You can't get into this argument.
Last time we went
everything.
Okay, last year we went to SEMA and we drove past on the interstate. There's the In-N-Out. We didn't go to the In-N-Out Burger.
We should have gone. We should have gone. And we were in Arizona. There was a bunch of In-N-Outs and we didn't go either.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Because I'm trying to avoid all of that, man. I need to get my skinny on.
It's worth the treat.
If I don't get skinny, I am not going to be able to get out of my car. So
no, it'd be more like you won't be able to get in your car.
Yeah, I won't be able to get.
Five Guys is good too, but I don't really consider that fast food.
Yeah. So by the way, here's the thing. So when Hamburger Helper said, did I say it's appropriate to suck in public? It is appropriate to suck straws, not face. I am against people that do too much,
PDA or PDA.
Yeah,
too much public displays of
affection. Yeah. So I don't think sucking face or other appendages.
Not in public, by the way.
No, it's not appropriate in public.
No.
So John Dieter says your solution is just get a bigger car.
Yeah. I like to see the suburban version of the R8. That's like the four-door R8.
Yeah.
That's why I have my pickup truck, but eventually, if I don't control my diet,
Lola will be driving and you'll be in the back, riding in the back.
Or you'll have to get one of those. Like in the future, we're gonna have to make those chairs that come out of the pickup trucks and spin around, so you can get in, and then it picks you up.
You remember? This you guys probably don't remember this, but there was a Monte Carlo they made in the late '70s where the drivers in the passenger chair spun sideways. You could sit down in it and spin back in.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. But
a friend of mine's dad had one of those when it was brand new. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Florida Gun says no sucking meat straws in public.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Bad etiquette.
Yeah. Or meat popsicles.
whatever your code word is. Yes. I'm gonna have to investigate the stainless steel straw thing. That just gives me ideas. Not that I need to have ideas, but I need.
Yeah. So I think we went over what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Babyface? Is it appropriate to do too much?
A kiss, a handhold's good with me, but
but not groping.
Take that home.
Yeah.
Or the back of the movie theater where I can't see it.
I don't need to see people swapping spit in public.
Not in mass quantities.
Like we all don't need to know how much you love each other. Thank you. Not,
man, it got hot here all of a sudden.
It's that sucking tube conversation just gets you going.
Stainless steel straw thing.
That's right.
The pants says all straw should be made from bacon.
Oh God, could you imagine like sipping Coke through a bacon straw?
That might not be bad.
Might not be too bad.
God, yeah, salty bacon.
Yeah. The Anku says that thing you were saying with the seats, Walter, was also in 60s T-Birds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I tell you what, the 60s T-Birds, the one, some of those like 64 or something like that. Those are some badass looking cars. They can be customized, made really cool.
Walter, you owe Harry's Holsters some. If you start making straws, because he's already named you SHS, Safety Harbor straws. So he needs some kickbacks for that.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
And what are you doing with this straw, Walter? Can you tell us? Or this is like a secret?
It's tactical. You can do anything you want.
Tactical straw with a razor's edge on it.
Yeah, we should do a whole show about freaking what is happening in America with the straws.
Have you seen the large gauge syringes?
Make America straw again.
No, what?
Have you seen a large gauge syringe like they
look like a straw?
Yeah.
Scary
with an edge.
Scary looking.
Yeah.
Okay. So it could be tactical. You know what I'm saying?
You need a little like spear gun that shoots them out.
That's the. Ooh, I just got another idea. Okay.
Oh boy. I wonder how much damage a straw can, like how Iraq veteran does. Can this kill from what is
a straw going at like 1,000 feet per second or whatever?
A stainless steel shaft going at 1,000 feet. Yeah, it'd go right.
It's gonna hurt a little bit.
I don't think it has to be steel. to do a lot of damage if it's
Well,
going
the
fast
plastic's not
enough.
going to have the
Well,
weight.
if it was plastic, it would too. Yeah, but a carbon fiber. How's that?
Carbon, there you go, carbon fiber. But remember, it's all, you can't cheat physics. It's all about weight and velocity. That's what gets you the
Right.
magic.
You need mass. So that's that stainless steel will give you mass. It's rigidity. It's got rigidity.
Yeah.
And it's recyclable for all your
you
greeners
just pull it back
there.
out and drink
You
your
just
soda
throw
with
it in the washing machine and clean out the bodily fluids, and you're good to go.
Yeah. So is it safe to take like brass and make that into a straw? Like a ballistic?
You can have a brass straw. Yeah, you can have brass, copper. You can polish it up a little bit.
Brass is naturally antibacterial. So it
really? It is?
Yeah. That's why the brass doorknobs are like the cleanest doorknobs, because they're antibacterial.
Really? I didn't know that.
Bacteria does not like growing on brass.
Yeah. So a couple of things. We got to wrap it up because I know we're probably going a little bit over. The Andrews, by the way, the Andrews custom thing, I'm going to do it on Wednesday. So someone's getting a Monarch shoulder rig on Wednesday. If you want to get in on this, there's posts that are up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. You guys need to go there. You need to make sure you're following Sam Andrews, or Andrews Custom, excuse me, on Instagram and Facebook. And then you also need to have your email in it on hankstrange.tv. You need to be in our email list. And we're going to pick someone. We're going to give away some other holsters as well as some stuff with Safety Harbor Firearms. What are you going to say, Walter?
Armament and Axis was asking what shotgun. This is the Mossberg Shockwave.
Okay, very cool, very cool.
A genius idea. I make little shotguns, and this has really slowed my business down with that. But genius.
Hank,
this is genius.
A good point from Harry's Holsters. Have we ever had Sam Andrews on? Is he?
No, we're working. Okay, so we are working on getting Sam to come on.
People tune in just to hear him speak.
Yeah, we are. I am working on getting him to come on. So it's a whole thing. I think he has the internet. We just need to walk him through it. I might have to go to St. Augustine and either do it from St. Augustine or go there.
Sam Andrews.
Yeah. Or go and like set him up and get him set up and everything. And then once he's set up, come back and then a couple of days later do it.
Give him a key to a locked room so you just go in and unlock it. Turn it on.
Ready to go.
Yeah, but Sam will be cool. Even if he didn't do the whole 2 hours, if he just came on and answered some questions, it'll be cool. So one way or the other, we'll work that out. And then also, let me see. ATI has a new shotgun accessory, by the way. Walter fits on there. Yeah, they've I reposted it on my Instagram, and it's on their Instagram. They've got some cool stuff coming out. Did you come out with a new stock, Walter?
No. Oh, well, speaking of that, now that you mentioned that, the HK stock is the K stock is very close. We're just waiting on the buffers. We are working on the reverse stretch version right now. So for the standard MP5. So that's we were prototyping some stuff today. Chris was cutting some prototypes. So we just got to. Yeah. What we found about HK receivers is no two brands or no two types are the same because they're sheet metal. So it's going to be hard to get a one size fit all on those HK stocks. So we'll see what we can do. So. Okay,
cool. So and people should just stick with us in the next couple of weeks coming up. We're going to start like announcing a bunch of stuff that we're going to give away. There's things that are coming in that I'm going to test and give away. Walter, we're building something, right?
Yes, we are. We're going to do that. Yes.
Yeah, we've got.
I'm the welder now again because my welder left us. So.
Oh no.
Temporary. Well, yeah, she went on somewhere else. I don't know what she's doing, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably be in the market for a new welder, but in the meantime, I'm going to be a welder. So that's all right. I used to do it all anyways. So.
Yeah. So we've got we still need to give away the 50. We've got a couple of other things we're going to give away. So Babyface and I are going to be doing some projects. Got a whole bunch of things that we need to get back to work.
Up out of gun control. Yeah. The Zenith, we're working with Zenith on the stock stuff right now. And it's just hard to get everything to work together with those sheet metal receivers, but we'll figure it out.
Right. Okay. So stay tuned. You guys stick in there with us. We're going for the rest of this week. I'm not even sure. I don't know who we have coming up, but just, we'll have some other shows coming up. Thanks to everyone for hanging in there while we were gone. The other thing I want everyone to know is that while I was on vacation, working on the podcast side of what we do, the audio side, and making sure we get it out to more places. So I'm working on Spotify and SoundCloud. What's the Google thing? Google Play and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So there's more places that the audio is going up. And if you follow me on Facebook, I've been sharing. We're on Spreaker as well as Podbean if you're looking for the audio version of what we want to do. Yeah, Spreaker.
You got a streak on the Spreaker.
Yeah. So Spreaker is kind of like a place that you can go to, and there's a bunch of
how many different places are there? Is there 10 or 15 different places you could dump your stuff?
There's a lot of places. So the thing is that some people want to go Android, some people want to go iOS.
Why can't we all just get along?
This thing or that thing. I don't know.
Why can't
but I want to make it available to everyone.
Why can't they be like the AR-15 and everybody works together? Come on.
Yeah, okay. Because it doesn't work that way.
They're like the AR-10 and nobody works together. So.
Yeah. So, but we're trying to work it out. Rockstar 61111 wants to know, where can I get a good deal on a PVS 30? What is a PVS 30?
PVS is night vision. Ooh. I don't know anything about the 30s. Is that two 14s put together? I don't know if we offer it currently, but we are a dealer for, we as in Big Daddy Guns and BDU. We're a dealer for Night Vision Group, whatever they're called. That mean like TNVC. We just do a search for TNVC. Tactical Night Vision Company. We are one of their dealers, so we might be able to get something like that, but that'd be like a special order.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat. I want John, who's one of my bosses, actually just put up a video the other day of them playing around with a PVS 14 attached to a Canon camera. It's really cool. It's super cool. But yeah,
okay.
If you need something like that, you can get in contact with me, and I'll see if I don't know. I don't think we stock their stuff, but we can order from them.
Okay, there you go. How can people get in touch with you?
Message Hank, and Hank will send it to me because I work through his Facebook as well. So
yeah, there you go. Or just go on the Facebook and
or just go on BDU's Facebook and say, hey, do you guys have TNVC products? Because I believe we do.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So, and then someone in here said iOS is more secure. I think that's Len Holt. Jason Gutierrez says Spotify will be great. We're working on all that stuff. So let us know if you're trying to find the the actual audio version of it. If you're like driving or whatever, and you want to listen to it, we have 205 episodes that are up there. And if you get in touch with me, I could probably send you a link. You can get in touch with me on social media, or if you're in the hankstrange.tv list, I send out my phone number. Or if you look on my social media, there's a number that you could text me, and then I text you back something to fill out so I know who I'm talking to, so that people don't troll me on that.
No,
a lot of people do
that.
yeah, sure they would. And so that's a good way to get in touch with me right there if you want to do that. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Babyface, what do you have going on? What do you want to tell the people about before we get out?
Nothing. We're busy. We're busy. Things are changing at BDU, which is good. 99 cents. Go sign up. Go get a membership. It's even if it's just for the first month. See if you like it. Give it a try.
Yeah. So there you go. We're going to probably talk about that a little bit more as time goes on. 99 cents is a pretty good deal for the first month. If you don't know what's in there, I mean, you can't buy a cup of coffee for 99 cents nowadays.
No, you might as well just spend it on those.
Yeah. So you guys can check that out. We were talking about Colion Noir this episode. He actually did a review of Big Daddy Unlimited that you guys could check out. I think it was pretty fair and balanced. What do you think, Babyface?
Yeah, he was good. Another one, which I know this is a name we should never mention, but James Yeager did another one on Thursday, Friday, whenever he did his hangout. His was very good. He was very to the point, and I believe most of the points that he brought up were very appropriate.
Yeah.
His main thing was, if you don't spend, I know we're going over time, if you don't spend more than 50 or less than, if you spend less than $50 a month on gun stuff, it's not worth it. If you're going to spend more than 50, totally worth it. And I totally agree with him.
Yeah, and I'm not against anyone talking about anyone on my show, by the way. Just so you know, I'm not against.
I thought he was actually very good. It was very straightforward and really, really good.
Right. So, and I think that it is the points that Colion made, and as you said, you probably saw the Jaeger one.
Yeah.
This is not for everyone. If you're looking for deals, here's the thing, and I know we are going over, but here's the thing you got to understand about deals. So Big Daddy Unlimited gives you access to what other people, to dealer prices. That means other dealers could go in there. So if you're a dealer, if you're a gun store owner, you have money, you go buy guns, you get them at these prices. If those guns sit in your store for 6 months, a year, or whatever, and you don't sell them, Yeah, so you've got to somehow discount them, right? You got to somehow, otherwise you're just sitting on this money. So that's why you see better deals on some other things sometimes, because people are sitting on guns. By the way, there is a downturn, you know, in terms of gun sales and all that. You know, if you're looking at the stock market and things that are happening, you know, or a correction, however the hell you want to put it. So there are places you can get better deals, but on a regular basis, you know, especially when new things are coming in, you're getting the same access as those guys to those things, and you could buy them. If you're willing to wait or shop around and look for better deals, you can find better deals. Lola and I were talking about this. We should probably do something like one of the days here when we do this show, we talk about deals, right?
We have a website. It's not developed yet. I own the name, and I'm currently working on it. So you can tell Lola, I actually talked to a developer friend of mine who works on websites today, and I'm going to see if I get some help on building out the site. So we would have a full deals website.
Yeah. So we're you know, I mean, this is the whole thing about that. I don't want to get like too deep into it. I think we can do something and get super deep into that for anyone who wants to talk about the specific thing. The thing I want to say is if you want to try it out and see whether or not it's good for you, 99 cents is not that bad. And then you can do stuff. And I could tell you, like right now, I am trying to cancel. I'm going to shoot a video of me trying to cancel Watch Gang, which is a subscription thing. It is very impossible.
Is it really?
Yes. So I still have not done it. Yeah. So I'm going to, but Big Daddy Unlimited does not work that way.
Literally,
so that's what I'm trying to tell you.
If you feel like you are not able to cancel well, call the phone number and either the other Patrick or Joe will answer the phone and you tell them, look, I want to cancel, and you're done. It's like really that easy.
Yeah. So there you go. But we're going to do the deals thing. Like Walter sometimes finds deals. Patrick, Lola works on it. We post a lot of it. We'll do that. What do you think about that, Walter?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I mean, letting people know where the best stuff is. Like I said, I found these bayonets, $9.99. I paid for these bayonets. This is a Bulgarian diver style bayonet, AK-7401. Anybody could have bought this. It was
and that fits on anything with the bayonet lug, right?
AK-74.
Oh, AK-74. Okay.
But these were at Classic Firearms. They ran a special, and I didn't believe it at first, and I thought, well, they're going to be crappy bayonets.
Oh, no bayonet lug.
No lug. Yeah. I tried to order 100 of them because they were so cheap. I got 40 of them.
Oh, god dang.
My dad's going to take them to the gun show and sell them, make some money.
Yeah, so, there you go.
You know, so that's the kind of stuff that you have to look out for. And I mean, you know, you find deals, and if you got a place where you can find deals and post deals, that's great.
Yeah, we should do that more.
We're working on it. We're working.
Walter's dad reminds me of that song. Every day I'm hustling.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hello. I'm the one that's doing the deals. He's the one that's just like, oh, I'll take them. I'll take them. I said, Dad, buy some more. Like we go to Knob Creek and he finds a deal like a bayonet. He goes, get 30 or 40 of them. Just get 10.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, then he's like later on, can you call them and see if they have that same deal again? Like, no, Dad, they don't have that deal again.
Yeah, no, I don't ball like that where I can just
when real quick, when AK Romanian AK kits back in a few years ago were $75 a piece, my dad bought 100 of them.
Oh,
so that was $7,500, right? He bought 100. I told him to buy 100. He sold them for 100. He sold them for 150. He sold them for 200. And at the end of last year, he sold for over $300 a piece.
Jesus.
Yeah.
His money back easy.
Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff when people say, "Oh, I can." You got to have a little money to start with, but start small. Do a little bit more. Next thing you know, you're balling.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to stretch this, guys, but Benjamin Ponzer wants to know. He wants me to opine, or we can opine on this a little bit in what time we have left here, which we don't have any.
Opine.
Daniel Defense ISR versus Spike's Tactical Compressor.
Spikes is local to me, so I buy Spikes.
Yeah, here's what I think. I do have the Daniel Defense ISR. I would personally never buy that ever again. And I dropped a crap ton of money on it. And you didn't ask about this, but Liberty Suppressors.
Oh, that's the better option.
Yeah, the Leonidas from Liberty Suppressors. I don't have it with me. I do have it somewhere. I think I brought that in here somewhere so I could show you guys.
Look at those poor bullpups in the back. They're sitting there all lonely.
Yeah, I know. They've just been sitting over there, and I haven't been. But Liberty Suppressors makes an upper. They can you can either buy it from them, or they can make you one on whatever upper you send to them, and handguard and stuff like that. They could put it together. It is titanium. It is freaking awesome.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
And Liberty is a awesome company. I bought a couple things from them, and they're great.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I mean, I like what they do, and we're gonna do more on that particular thing. But between that and the Spikes tactical compressor, I probably would just like how I want. Yeah, just like how I wanted to get the Daniel Defense. I really wanted to get the Spikes tactical one, and I've never gotten my hand on it. It's like they're expensive, and then from my point of view, they're not super easy to get your hands on. I would probably choose the Spikes tactical, but then again, I'll wind up in the same boat of like, you know. But and I've never had. Have you guys ever had problems with Spikes tactical stuff?
No, it works fine. It's just
I've never had.
It's just a little overpriced for what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I think about Daniel Defense. I don't think
it's way overpriced for
Daniel Defense, good guns, not knocking them or anything like that. Very overpriced. You can't do. I think the better option is to build your own.
Build and get a Leonidas upper integral.
Yeah, there you go. And the way that we did it is we did a polymer upper lower combo from Kaiser. That's kind of what we went with. I know there's some controversy out there because someone said that it's like too expensive or whatever. The Kaiser polymer upper lower. There's cheaper alternatives out there if you want to rock and roll with that.
Fostech magnesium.
Yes, Fostech magnesium is something to think about. That's super light.
Do you know what else we should think about? Finishing the show.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Walter, what do you have going on?
Like I said before, we're working on the HK stretch version for the cut stock. The K version's coming out. I'm just waiting on buffers. We're making more parts for those too. What else is going on? I'm welding, like I said, so I've been pretty busy in the shop this week. My assembly guy's on vacation, so I'm doing this. Look at Buckshot taking a nap.
Is that a dog? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I see.
Buckshot.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty busy around the shop this week doing making the donuts, as I say. So hey.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget, you can find Safety Harbor Firearms. You're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
and there's a Mower Death also on YouTube and Safety Harbor Firearms on.
Yeah, and Babyface P. What are you again on social media? Which ones do you have?
I don't know.
You're on Twitter. No, Instagram. You
got on Twitter too. I just never use any of them. But
yeah. Yeah, please find him.
If you want it, you can find me on Reddit. In that I'm on there all the time. I'm never on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I post about him all the time. He has no clue.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm gonna wrap this so everyone can go.
And one last thing. Remember, if you're looking for one of these stocks,
got 7
sales. 7 of these things. Sales at Safety Harbor Fire. What? $110.
Go check your email. They're probably all gone.
Yeah. Sales at safetyharborfirearms.com. If you're looking for the new SB Tactical, Babyface. Yeah, the SB3, right?
A3.
Yeah.
A3.
Yeah.
Okay, and Babyface says it's cool. There you go. I haven't got my hands on one, but I hear it's cool.
And we're keeping. My son's keeping one. He wants one to build on a gun, but the rest are for sale. So
yeah, there you go. All right, we are finally out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Good night.
Get out of here. Bye.